Blog Talk Radio.
Here we go. Blast off.
This is True Capitalist Radio. True Capitalist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline office studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call Ghost.
What's going on, folks? And thank you for tuning in with me to this post-election edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. This is episode number 390. Episode number 390 for all the folks that are keeping track of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And before we get into anything else, I'd like for everybody to please spread it around like wildfire and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house. And, folks, since I am here on live today, we are going to continue being live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. It is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost, folks. And if you haven't already done so, please follow me on Twitter. We're almost at over 9,000 Twitter followers, so I'm a little happy about that. Over 9,000 Twitter followers, which, unfortunately, when I left the last time and Twitter banned me on my last Twitter name, I had over 12,000 at the time, and that was about 5 years ago. But, hey, who's counting, who's looking, all right? Follow me on Twitter, folks. The Twitter name to follow is PoliticsGhost. All one word, no underscores, PoliticsGhost. And, of course, I am on the Twitter alternative just in case these idiots try to get uppity out there in liberal-ass Twitter world. I am on Gab, folks, which is the Twitter alternative. You can get yourself an account there, too, absolutely free. Go to gab.ai in your address bar in your web browser right now, gab.ai, and, register yourself for a free account out there, right? I mean, that is a pro-free speech situation right now. It's not very commercial. They're accepting donations, and I like when social medias are at that particular point in their evolution, their technological evolution. Of course, God forbid, we may see, them transition into the enemy that we have seen here today, and of course it's Twitter. But hey, look, let's not talk about that, folks. I want to be completely honest with you. I am giddy today. I have been, let me tell you something right now. I have been taking large gulps of liberal tears throughout the morning. I mean, woo! Oh, my God, folks. We did it, folks. I'm talking to the Trump train. I'm talking to the capitalist army. I'm talking to everybody who listens to this broadcast. I'm telling you this right now. We did it. Donald Trump is the new president of the United States of America. And on top of which, folks, the Republicans have the Senate. They have the House. So let's see if Donald Trump can do some wheeling and dealing and start making America great again within his first 100 days in office. And look, right now, what I'm suggesting to everybody, because, this is a unbelievable victory. I am still giddy. The weight off my chest of the Obama liberal regime is literally just lifted off. I'm telling you, man, I have hated this past 8 years. And look, I'm going to be honest with you, all right? I've made a little money in the past 8 years, but I have not seen a joyous American pop culture or a joyous American populace within this past 8 years. I mean, I was always used to making capital. I've made capital for a long time, folks. And typically, most of America has capital. And everybody kind of has smiles on their faces. Everybody's having a good time. If you get to, I mean, look, I want to be honest with you. The best time to be alive in contemporary American history would probably have to be the 1980s, probably after 1982. Right after 1982, folks, I mean, it was just pure, just gluttony. Everybody was making money. It was the peak of American capitalist success. I'm telling you this right now. There was so much money to go around. It was just literally being thrown around everywhere. All right? I'm serious. I mean, you know, there are a couple of movies that represent this particular time period as it relates to business, as it relates to the stock market, as it relates to corporations, that sort of thing, folks. There was just so much money. And the reason it was so much money, folks, is because at that time, America was making things in America. You know what I mean? I mean, made in America meant something back then. And it was that time, folks, is when, unfortunately, our government, I'm talking our Congress, and lest we forget, I know that Reagan was in the White House at that particular time, but lest we forget, he had to deal with a liberal Congress. He had a pure liberal Congress he had to deal with, old Ronald Reagan. And it was that liberal Congress that, put in these nuances and a variety of different trade deals and economic policies that were being implemented at the time that literally allowed the current situation that we are in today. Not to mention Bill Clinton being elected president in the 90s, passing NAFTA, so on and so forth, all right? Let me tell you something right now, man. I mean, this is a repudiation, folks, of the Bush-Clinton crime family. I don't know what to say about it. I am giddy, to say the least. I am giddy. I'm happy. It is time to celebrate. I strongly advise everybody to celebrate throughout this week. I mean, hey, we've been working hard, especially all the soldiers out there in the digital fields of combat. I'm talking about the meme wars. I mean, we literally memed a president into the White House, folks. I want to be completely honest with you. This presidential election is the first presidential election in world history where the internet shaped the narrative of the electorate of the United States of America. The internet, folks. And that's why these people want to regulate it. And now that Donald Trump is president, we can't allow any kind of regulation of the internet, all right? I'm serious, all right? I mean, we literally memed a president into the White House. I mean, this is beautiful, man. I mean, we are victorious in the meme wars. We're victorious. I mean, good God, the sweet taste of victory. The sweet, delicious taste of liberal tears. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I hope you're loving it too, folks. And let me tell you, I did a couple of tweets this morning talking about how these liberals' tears taste so delicious. And let me tell you all the flack that I got. And the reason is because, folks, I put a lot of hashtags in some of these anti-Trump hashtags that were trending on Twitter. One of them was Twitter blackout. Oh, that's original. For you folks that are unaware, people that have Twitter profiles are now putting all black as their profile picture as a Twitter blackout in protest of the Trump election. Now, I think it's rather funny that democracy only works when their candidate is elected president. I mean, that's always funny, don't you think? I mean, I remember for the past 8 goddamn years having these stupid losers, all right, these liberal lunatics rubbing in the faces of us for the past 8 years that this goddamn disgusting, pathetic, treasonous president had been elected and reelected, all right? And now, I'm telling you this right now that we're, kind of slapping them in the face with a little bit of their own goddamn medicine, and especially since we have Lord Keck and dank memes to kind of just twist the knife in the heart that much better. Now, all of a sudden, we're the bad guys. We're the bad guys now. Hold on. You hear that? Hear that? I'm rubbing my fingers together. You want to know why? That's the smallest violin in the world. Feeling sorry for you stupid liberals. I'm telling you, I'm loving it. It's celebration time. It's celebration time for the capitalist army. It's celebration time for the Trump train. We are victorious regardless of what these liberal lunatics want to go out and protest about. They want to go out and riot in the streets. Go ahead and let them. Go ahead and let them. All I'm saying is if they riot on your property, you are within your moral, ethical, and legal right to dispense justice with extreme prejudice. I'm telling you this right now. It is a new day in America. I'm sorry that I'm ranting about this, folks, but I'm serious. I can feel it. I can feel this new day in America. I feel, folks, that we are going to be we're going to make Americana mean something again. We're going to make Made in America mean something again. We're going to get rid of this horrific nightmare called Obamacare. We're going to create a new manufacturing base out here in America to give folks economic opportunities instead of government handouts. By God, I cannot wait for Trump to become president and start trimming the fat off of this goddamn government system. I'm talking, let's start laying off bureaucrats. That's the first thing I want to see. And let me tell you, that's why everybody in Washington, that's why all the damn bureaucrats were against Trump. That's why all the system was against him. Intelligentsia, the financial industry, people in the arts, Hollywood, the entire political class, everybody was against him because, folks, when Trump is now officially president after January, he is going to make sure that this business as usual, this quid pro quo nonsense that has engulfed Washington, D.C., is going to cease to exist. And I want to be honest with you, folks. I'm going to get to the markets here in a second, but I am basking in the victory. I've had a lot of people tweet at me stating that they have never felt victory before. And I think that's sad. You know, there's a lot of people that, you know, got on the Trump train that were part of the meme wars, that were meme soldiers out there in the digital theaters of combat. They were tweeting at me saying that I've never felt victory before, and it's the first time I felt it. It's just glorious. It feels great. Let me tell you, that's what it's all about. That's what life is all about. Folks, let me explain how much we had to go through just to get to this point. Lest we forget that when Donald Trump was in the Republican primary, he had the Republican establishment doing everything within their power to subvert this man from being the nominee of the Republican Party. I mean, they were trying to sabotage. They were trying to do whatever it takes. I mean, you even had Ted Cruz, El Rato. You even had Ted Cruz over here trying to go and have voterless elections out there in the primaries in Colorado and other states so that he can kind of anoint himself as the goddamn Republican nominee, for heaven's sake. And let me tell you, we weren't going to have none of it. I mean, I came back late March, folks, and let me tell you what made me come back, all right? It was obviously Donald Trump's presidency, but it was Trump Rally Chicago, that disgusting, despicable riot that I saw that made me come back. I want to be completely honest with you, because I knew exactly what was going on. That was a completely staged event. I did my own research at the time. You could see they put out ads on Craigslist looking for agitators. They paid these people to go out and conduct this violence outside the Trump rally. And let me tell you, folks, they put on Bernie Sanders shirts to make it seem as if it's Bernie Sanders supporters assaulting Trump supporters so that it can make Hillary Clinton look like the civil choice in the political debate out here. I'm not joking. This was pure Media Matters, pure David Brock, Bob Kramer, Scott Fovel, all right? I mean, Project Veritas, James O'Keefe, a patriot, a true patriot. I want to give cheers to James O'Keefe. What a patriot. He exposed the fact that these people did in fact, stage the Trump Chicago riots, and it was that made me want to come back and go full throttle to make sure that we make America great again and elect Donald Trump as President of the United States. And as you can see, folks, if you take a look at the archive, and you can download each and every one of my episodes absolutely free at blogtalkradio.com/ghost, that was the reason I told you I came back. I came back because I wanted to make sure that Donald Trump is elected president. And I had said throughout this time, and let me tell you, I took a 5-year hiatus, folks. It's been a long time before that late March of this year that I've come back. As a matter of fact, when I came back, it was a shock to everybody.
Fios is not cable. We're wired differently, which means you can get the fastest internet available with equal upload and download speeds from 50 to 500 megs. So you can upload 200 photos before your favorite song is finished. Click the ad and switch to Fios today to get our best offer ever.
But I came back to do whatever I could within my power and within my means to be able to help Donald Trump to be elected president. And that's what I did. Now, throughout the show, throughout that time, since late March, I've been saying that if Hillary Clinton, by some chance, steals this son of a bitch, that I was out of here. You know what I mean? I'm out. I said I was gone. I'm not going to be caught by Hillary Clinton's Gestapo. I'm not going to be suicided out here. I'm not. No. And everybody was a little antsy last night. If you folks weren't aware, I did have a show late in the evening. We were monitoring the polls as they were coming in. That's why I didn't have a show on the traditional time frame that I usually do, because we wanted to see the actual results. And it was tense, to say the least. I mean, if you listen to that broadcast, it was tense. And, you know, another thing, I didn't like how these goddamn mainstream media jerk dicks were prolonging the inevitable. They did not want to announce Donald Trump was the president until like 2 a.m. What the hell is that crap, man? I mean, if that isn't a blatant attempt at trying to get more money and more viewers and more revenues, I don't know what the hell is, man. I don't know what the hell is. But either way, folks, it was a tense evening last night. It's one of the, I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to ever forget last evening. I mean, the tension, you could cut it with a knife. The polls were just so damn close. And, you know, the funny part about it, I talked a lot of garbage about old fruit bowl, fruity-ass Gary Johnson, the Libertarian candidate. I actually want to thank Gary Johnson for being such a liberal fruit bowl. Because, folks, did you just take a look at some of these swing states that literally solidified the victory for Donald Trump? It was Gary Johnson that took away and siphoned good percentages of votes from Hillary Clinton. Take a look at those numbers. Take a look at how many percentage points Hillary Clinton lost some of these swing states, some of these must-have states by, and take a look at how many percent Gary Johnson got of the vote. I mean, it's uncanny. I mean, had Gary Johnson not been in this election, I'm not really too sure if Donald Trump would have won this son of a bitch. I mean, the numbers don't lie. It's unreal. It's unreal. I mean, it's unreal. So, look, I'll tell you what, Gary Johnson, you know what, I know you're, you know, whatever you are, you fruited up libertarianism, you're for TPP. He was literally Hillary Clinton. He was literally Hillary Clinton. That's why he got votes, you know. That's why he got her votes. And by the way, I don't know where the hell the Libertarian Party is going at this point in time. I mean, literally, you libertarians, I'm talking real libertarians. I'm not talking about, like, these idiots that like to call themselves libertarians every now and then, like that asshole Bill Maher. You know, I remember when Ron Paul was running, all of a sudden Bill Maher was a libertarian. Obama's running, all of a sudden he's a socialist Democrat. I mean, just a useless, soulless piece of trash. I'm talking about real libertarians. You need to reanalyze your party, and you need to, you know, go to the precincts. You need to do whatever it takes to take back the Libertarian Party, because it's an utter joke right now. Seriously, it's an utter joke. Anyway, folks, let me go ahead and get to the stocks here, because I know that's what everybody wants to talk about. Now, folks, I want to show you something. Now, as the election was happening, if you take a look at my timeline on my Twitter account, as the election was happening and as these states started falling in the bank for Trump, the Dow Jones Industrial Futures went down as low as 800 points. I believe they even pulled the plug on the S&P and the NASDAQ until actual days trading the next morning. I mean, it was going down so bad. Now, all of a sudden, I mean, you take a look at the market right now, all of a sudden, what? We're at all-time highs all of a sudden? All of a sudden, the investment community decided, well, Trump is in office, but, hey, what the hell? Let's go make some shekels. I mean, it doesn't even make any sense. I mean, this is what I keep telling you people, man. This investment community doesn't know their ass from their goddamn elbow, for Christ's sake, man. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. What these what I'm thinking they're doing, folks, if you want my opinion? They're making everybody believe that the stock market is great right now. They're trying to get the independent investors in here to invest in the long term so that they can have all these people holding the bag at these high prices. And then when the Federal Reserve finally raises interest rates, because they're going to do it, folks, I'm telling you, they're going to raise interest rates, and that is going to collapse not only is that going to collapse the stock market, but the fourth quarter earnings, in my personal opinion, are going to slap everybody back into reality as far as I'm concerned. So I can't really pinpoint when the hell this damn thing's going to crash, but this right here, what I'm looking at, I'm looking at over 1% across the board in each index. This is stupid. I'm serious. This doesn't even make any goddamn sense. Hey, I mean, look, I made some money today. I went in there. I got some liquidity. I pattern trade. But goddamn, I mean, this just defies fundamental finance, for heaven's sake. Look, I don't mean to be pissed about this, man, but I think that they're fooling investors, in my opinion. I think they are fooling investors, and I would be very wary if you were holding anything that you bought within this year. I would even say within this year and a half. If you bought anything within this year and a half and you're holding it for the long term, I'd be very careful about that particular investment, folks. I'm serious. I mean, this is already an inflated market, and now what? It went from 800 points down in the freaking futures market when it was announced that Donald Trump was probably going to be the damn president, and now, I mean, look at the Dow Jones Industrials right now. I mean, it's just stupid. But don't get me wrong, I made some money today riding waves and catching dips. But let me tell you, the reason I'm not on Twitter, the reason I'm not telling people, hey, catch this dip, that dip, it's because I don't want people to believe that this is the way the market is all the time. And you see, this is what is unfortunate about folks when they get into the market, when they make easy money fast in a very bullish market. Like today was a very bullish market. You could have, depending on how much money you had invested in the market, you could have made several $1,000s today easy, very easy. The problem is that today you'll make a couple of $1,000s, and it's just like human nature, folks. Your ego will be like, yeah, I'm the badass, baby, yeah. I made a couple of $1,000s today, baby. I'm going to make a couple of $1,000s tomorrow. And the problem is that beginners in the stock market, especially when they're pattern trading or high-frequency trading, they make the mistake of assuming that the stock market is going to be a certain way all the time. And you see, those of us that have been in the market for a long period of time, we've already been there and done that, all right? We've been burnt before in a crash, maybe about 3 or 4 crashes ago, because we all have to learn it, folks. I mean, that's the bad part about it. I mean, it's the part about human beings, Everybody thinks that it can't happen to them, and then when they realize, oh, my God, it's another crash, yeah, it happens. I remember the last the crash that I got a little bit messed up in was the crash of '87. I mean, that was a little bit of a shocker. It struck everybody, to be honest with you. But then thereafter, I understood what to look for, what exactly preluded that particular crash, and to be able to get the hell out if we ever see a crash like that again. So I've never been really too caught up in crashes then thereafter. I did call the crash of 1999 because, listen, look, let me tell you something. I made gang loads of cash in 1990s, all right, especially in the stock market. I mean, folks, in the 1990s, you could literally buy an IPO for like freaking $20 a share, okay? You could buy an IPO, which is initial public offering, which is the first time a share is traded on the stock market ever for that company. You know how not all companies are on the stock market. You have to have an initial public offering shares of your company on the stock exchange for the first time. That's why they call it an IPO, initial public offering. Folks, in the 90s, you could buy an initial public offering, man. I'm talking anything tech, man. I'm talking cell phone technology, Amazon.com, for heaven's sake. I'm going to be honest with you, I owned Amazon up until about mid-2000. I bought it in the early 90s, sold it off like an idiot in the mid-2000s. Look at this son of a bitch now. Anyway, look, this is why you live and learn. You live and you learn. But in the 90s, you could buy an IPO for $20, hold it for like 3 months, and before you know it, that son of a bitch is like $65, $70. You know what I mean? I'm not joking around, man. And just cha-ching, cha-ching. I mean, it was so easy. Everybody in the 90s thought they were a goddamn stock picker. I mean, you even had 15-year-old kids at the time building websites in the 90s, thinking that they were great stock pickers, for Christ's sake, because everything was going up. It was ridiculous. I remember, folks, I'll never forget this investment. It was an investment that made me so much money I could not believe it, all right? It was a company called Rambus. They manufacture RAM, random access memory chips. At the time, which was, I think it was about 97, 98. I think it was about 98, right before the crash of 99, all right? Rambus, believe it or not, was in litigation with a whole bunch of companies because they had patents on, RAM technology, random access technology. So they were in litigation with a variety of different companies. Now, I anticipated, because of the patent, that this particular company, Rambus, was going to win these litigations, meaning that they would just come in with large sums of settlement money to build on top of whatever they were profiting that year. And folks, let me tell you something, man. I bought in on Rambus. All right, it was like, I think I bought in at about $63 a share. No, I take that back. It might have been about $50. It might have been $50 a share. The son of a bitch, man, within 2 days, there was a settlement on one litigation for the RAM patent technology that they just cut a check to, Rambus. That shot up $50 to $90 a share within 2 to 3 days. And then you know what? Next week, the following goddamn week, man, 2 or 3 more settlements come in, one judgment comes in, and by God, Rambus is up $165 a share. I mean, good God! And let me tell you, I sold off at about $163 because, man, you don't want to get greedy. You don't want to get greedy. But I'm telling you, those are the types of plays that you want to look for. And I'll never forget that play. I'll never forget that play because it's one of those plays that you were anticipating at least a decent return, and it just exploded. And it just out of nowhere, for Christ. As a matter of fact, that was actually right around or a little bit before the holidays as well. So that was actually a pretty good holiday season, to say the least. Anyway, folks, look. The reason I'm going on and on about this is because, look, I don't think that right now, under these market pretenses, is an appropriate market field for one to be able to practice or to be able to understand the fundamentals of the markets if you're a beginner. So that's why I'm not out here, trying to help people right now pattern trade, because right now I'm showing people how easy it is, to catch the dip, ride the wave. But a lot of the folks that are doing that with me in the morning don't know why it's happening, don't know what exactly is going on. They're just kind of listening to me and, catching dips, riding waves, that sort of thing, not understanding that there are a variety of different variables, variety of different factors that provide this type of liquid opportunity of dips and waves. So anyway, folks, I didn't mean to get off on that soliloquy about this. I just think that right now, I don't know what's going on with these investors, man, all right? I mean, this morning at about 1 o'clock in the morning, Dow futures were down 800 points. That's what the outlook looked like for today. Look at what it closed out at today, folks, all right? Dow Jones Industrials is up 256.95 points. I mean, what the hell? What the hell is that? I mean, there's something fishy about this, man. I'm telling you, I'm not buying nothing right now. I'm telling you this right now. I'm not holding nothing for more than, I would say, 15 minutes at this point in time. I'm not holding nothing for the long term. The only stock that I suggested folks to hold for the long term was probably Ford Motors, because I think that it's undervalued. It's got great potential. It's been beaten up by the investment community in general. I think it's undervalued, and you get yourself a decent dividend for the price. You know what I mean? So, and even if it goes down, I don't see Ford Motors going down anytime soon. I mean, they have a pretty good, decent base of car fleets that have a decent base of customers. They've got international customers as well. So that's the only investment right now, if folks are entertaining one. That's the only one I would suggest, all right? And I don't own Ford Motor at this point in time, but I potentially, I think I will, because I like that attractive dividend, and I like that low stock price to get that dividend, you know? So anyway, I don't know what's going on here. Somebody here, Blasphemous Bastard on Twitter, suggested it's the elites trying to pump and dump the stock market. I don't want to say that, because then they'll call me tinfoil hat all of a sudden, even though everything that I said that was going to come to pass has come to goddamn pass. But I strongly believe your assessment there, Blasphemous Bastard. I believe that these elites are pumping and dumping the stock market, giving people a false sense of security, and then they're just going to pull the rug right from everybody. So I don't advise or suggest anyone investing long-term in this market at this point in time. All right, I'm waiting for the crash. I mean, when that crash happens, I want to see Dow Jones Industrials around 10,000, 9,000 points, and then I'm going in, you know, because I think that's exactly what's going to happen. I don't believe that the Dow Jones Industrials true book value is anywhere near 18,589 right now. I mean, that's what it closed out at. All right, I mean, it went up today, 1.40% increase on the day for the Dow Jones Industrial, closing out the Dow at 18,589.69 points. I mean, that's so inflated, it's ridiculous. And why anybody in the investment community? Well, there are some people in the investment community that are calling this out, but not enough. Not enough people, I can tell you that right now, because this is ridiculous. This is overinflated. The true book value, in my opinion, is a little over 10,000. And that's based upon the actual profitability, the forecasts. And let me tell you, a lot of these earnings on a lot of these companies that are showing, better than expected earnings, they're beating the street's expectations. They're readjusting their forecast for positive growth. They're doing this based upon cutting, man. They are cutting jobs. They're cutting resources. They're cutting hours. They're, cutting capital. I mean, they're doing whatever it takes to show the stockholders that, hey, they're still profitable. And that is a trick that many companies try to do. But at some point, if they can't find some legitimate profitability out of somewhere, it hits the bottom line. And I think that day is rapidly approaching as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I do not believe that the Dow Jones Industrials true book value is at 18,589.69 points. That's ridiculous, man. Because, folks, if this was a true representation of the value of the Dow Jones Industrials, everybody in America would be filthy rich right now. And when I mean filthy rich, I'm not talking about everybody has mansions and everybody has cars. What I mean is everybody would have enough money to appease their life that we would see crime kind of go down. We wouldn't see so many people bitching and moaning, social justice warriors and that sort of thing. I mean, we would have other types of disputes. I'm serious. But, folks, look at the economy. I'm a brick-mortar business owner, folks. I have a couple of businesses. I'm not going to tell you where, but a lot in different parts of Texas. And I am witnessing it from my own bottom line that if I don't go out and I don't advertise, if I don't utilize marketing methods, these people ain't going to come in here. They ain't going to come in. They ain't going to spend money. People don't have expendable income anymore. They do not have expendable income anymore, and it's because there's not a lot of jobs out here. I mean, the majority of the people are either on government assistance or they work for the damn government. I mean, literally, that's what's employing America right now. They're either getting a government entitlement or they work for the government as a bureaucrat. That's what's employing America. That's why we have such a tight-knit, goddamn pocket-pinching country at this point in time. Anyway, folks, let me continue on here. All right. I am not liking this overinflation of the stock market, but hey, if you're partaking in a little bit of pattern trading, be careful. Just don't hold on to any stock too long. This damn stock bubble can burst any minute, and you don't want to be holding the bag during a damn dramatic sell-off. I'll tell you that right damn now. Anyway, let's get to the S&P 500. The S&P is up today 23.70 points, a percentage increase of 1.11% on the day, closing out the S&P at 2,163.26 points for the S&P 500. Let's go ahead and go to the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is up today 57.59 points, a percentage increase of 1.11% on the day, closing out the NASDAQ at 5,251.07 points for the NASDAQ composite. Once again, very inflated equities markets as far as I'm concerned. I don't like the looks of it. That's all I'm saying. I don't like the looks of it. The farther this son of a bitch goes up, the harder it's going to go down. And this is a fair warning to everybody who's listening to me, man. This is not a real representation of the true stock market. This is an inflated bubble ready to burst, all right? And I strongly advise everybody to kind of, take a step back and have a wait-and-see approach unless you're going to, partake in a little bit of pattern trading. But even then, you could be holding a stock that you think that you're holding for the short term, and then, boom, the damn stock market starts selling off, and you're holding this son of a bitch, and you just don't want to be there. I'm just saying, you don't want to be there. Anyway, let's get to the energy commodity sectors, folks. We got WTI sweet crude up today, and you see, that's ironic, right? WTI has been going up. As a matter of fact, oil as a whole, energy as a whole has been going up ever since Hillary Clinton was supposedly winning the electoral vote in the beginning count of last evening's election. And why is that? Why would the oil go up in value if Hillary Clinton was going to win the presidency? Because, folks, as I'm telling you, Hillary Clinton is going, or she was going to, ding dong, the bitch is dead, excuse my French, but she was going to suppress any kind of domestic energy production. I mean, under the Obama administration, they have already damn near taken out the coal industry. And, folks, we have such an abundant amount of coal, we could bring down these goddamn high energy costs that everybody is paying that is burdening the American household. We could literally bring this down 60, 70%. I'm not joking around. Just bringing back coal. And, we have technology where we burn clean coal now, folks. It's not, where they're just burning the son of a bitch and just, letting out the emissions. I mean, they have technology that encapsulates the smoke, takes out the harsh chemicals, and utilizes that as resources for something else, and then they just blow out carbon, carbon dioxide. It's as simple as that. And I know that all you global warming, all you climate change morons believe that carbon dioxide is some evil thing. But, hey, morons, I don't know if they teach you this in school anymore. I know they used to teach this when I was like a kid. When I was in elementary school, for Christ's sake, they taught me this crap. That trees and plants, they absorb, they breathe in carbon dioxide, and they exude out oxygen. I mean, they are nature's natural filter, jackasses. How you climate change morons got doofed and goofed into believing that carbon dioxide is somehow something bad for America, something bad for the world. I mean, that is the biggest goof of all time. And for you people that believe that carbon dioxide is bad for the world, you should be put to sleep. I'm serious. You are so stupid. You should be put to freaking sleep. And if you don't believe me that carbon dioxide is absorbed by freaking plants and absorbed by freaking trees, for heaven's sake, why don't you get yourself some indoor plants? Yeah, get yourself some indoor plants, for Christ's sake. Surround yourself with them, and just it's a natural filter. I mean, you breathe in oxygen, and the more carbon dioxide that's in a particular area, the faster, the bigger, the stronger these plants are going to grow. Now, I don't mean to get off on this soliloquy about carbon dioxide, folks, but you actually have idiots, all right? I mean, you have idiots that believe it. This is causing global warming, man. I mean, it's stupid. Or climate change, whatever the hell they want to call it now. Anyway, folks, the reason I bring this up is because the Arab countries, the oil-producing countries, they want Hillary Clinton to be in power because they want to they want Hillary Clinton, I should say, to initiate these clean energy initiatives, just like Obama did, which has been a waste of money. Look at all the solar companies that took billions, all right, from stimulus package 2, and take a look at all of them are out of business. And you want to know why, folks? Because solar, as good as it sounds, as great as it, on paper it looks great. But the cost to be able to insert and install solar panels on a family of 4 home, it's like a 25-year loan to do so. And little do the solar companies tell you that within 10 years you got to replace the panels anyway. So I'm just sick of it. I'm just sick of it. And somebody's telling me, well, that's because there's not enough trees and plants to absorb the amount of carbon dioxide. Oh, yeah? Well, then why in the hell we've been cutting down the Amazon? How come we've been cutting down forests then? All right? How come y'all aren't bitching about that? How come the climate change people ain't bitching about that? Huh? How come they're not bitching at the fact that we have a lumber industry? Look, I don't want to take out the lumber industry. There's some good folks out there. But 1 acre of hemp, all right, which is the base of marijuana, which is all, as a matter of fact, yesterday, what is it? I don't know how many states have legalized marijuana, for Christ's sake. I mean, what, Nevada? Nevada, now you can go to Vegas and go puff on the Magic Dragon, for Christ's sake. I mean, good God. But anyway, folks, 1 acre of marijuana can produce just as much paper as 10 acres of trees. How come I don't ever hear anything of this nature? Like, hey, let's preserve the trees. I mean, hemp can create, 10 times the amount of paper as, I'm telling you, you want to know what climate change and all this stupid green garbage is? It's self-ingratiating, self-absorbed, virtue signaling bunch of empty crap is what it is. All right? I'm serious. Makes me sick. Anyway, folks, let me get back to the markets here, man. I'm going off keister. Where would I go? Oh, yeah, WTI sweet crude up today, 36 cents, a percentage increase of 0.80%. Closing out WTI sweet crude at $45.34 per barrel of WTI sweet crude. Brent crude is up 48 cents, a percentage increase of 1.04%. Closing out Brent crude at $46.52 per barrel of Brent crude oil. Gasoline took a little bit of a dip today. I'm looking at this chart right here. Very, very weird, kind of fluctuating chart. Gasoline is down 0.83% on the day. Natural gas continues its increase after seeing dramatic sell-offs last week. Natural gas is up again today. 2.66% increase on the day for natural gas. Let's get to heating oil. Heating oil is up today, 0.35% increase on the day for heating oil. Now, let's get to the metals, shall we? The metals! Let's get to the goddamn metals! You know, this was a funny, interesting scenario in the metal sector as well. Take a look at the chart on gold. I mean, if that doesn't show investor insecurity, impulsiveness, or a lack of fundamental finance, I don't know what does. I mean, look at that stupid chart. Look at that ridiculous, stupid, obnoxious, pathetic chart on gold right there. That's stupid, right? I'm sorry. I mean, it goes over 1,300, and then all of a sudden it just comes back down to, I mean, it just, look, you investors are idiots, man. I'm serious, man. You people are idiots. And I'm talking to you people on Wall Street. That's who I'm talking to. You don't know your ass from your elbow. All of you. I could out-trade all of you. And I'm willing to put my skills on the line. I could out-trade any of those assholes on Wall Street. I mean, take a look at this, the lack of finance fundamental. I'm sorry, folks. I mean, look, I've been around for a while. I've seen the market evolve. I don't know what the hell it's evolved into now. It's ridiculous is what it is. Anyway, gold is up, though, $3.70, even though it was up a hell of a lot more than that. Gold is up $3.70, a percentage increase of 0.29%, closing out gold at $1,278.20 per troy ounce of gold. So we're still under that $1,300 mark, even though we surpassed it during the damn election count. I'm just telling you, folks, this is why I continue to insist that these idiots on Wall Street don't know crap. They don't know jack. Anyway, we got silver up today, 12 cents, a percentage increase of 0.65%, closing out silver at $18.48 per troy ounce of silver. Now, I'm going to run through these agriculture numbers, folks, because, let me talk about copper here. Copper was up today. I don't know what the hell's going on with copper. Copper was up today, 3.40% increase on the day for copper. And as I stated, folks, pennies that were created before 1983, those pennies are pure copper. Just FYI. Moreover, copper, it's a big scrap metal. So if you ever, look, this is for you hard laborers out there. I know I have a couple of scrappers that are part of the inner circle, that are part of the capitalist army. But if you're ever a part of or privy to or know of any kind of demolition situation that's going to happen, try to volunteer yourself, for the pre-demolition, taking apart the internal appliances, taking apart the internal air conditioners and that sort of thing. There's a lot of scrap metal you can take apart and literally just kind of liquidate. And on top of probably being paid whatever you're going to be paid for, prepping for demolition, you can go out and, put money in your pocket scrapping some of these scrap metals. Now, of course, there are some demolition companies that know about this stuff, and they're going to want to keep the scrap metals for themselves. But there are demolition companies, folks, that I know. I'm not going to give you the names of them because they're my pals here. They're my chums. But these guys, they allow their employees, they pay them a lower wage, of course, for the prepping of the demo, but they allow them to scavenge and scour through anything that they're being prepped for demo. So if they can, obtain some kind of material that they can exchange for a monetary value, by all means. And I think that's the appropriate way to pay, for such, labor, if you will. Anyway, I'm looking at the time, folks. I'm not going to go through the agriculture at this point in time because it's already 4:48 out here in the Central Time Zone. I don't want to go over any kind of time limits. I definitely do want to talk about this election because I'm hype, baby. I'm excited. As a matter of fact, give me my drink. Give me my drink, for Christ's sake, man. Before I take Twitter shout-outs, I want to say cheers to everybody in the capitalist army that partook in operations, that did whatever it took to make sure that no matter what kind of a contribution you did, whether it's retweeting posts, whether it's posting news articles to your following to expose the contradictions, to expose the hypocrisy, whether it was creating dank memes, whether it was going out and researching. I mean, let me tell you something, folks. The research that the capitalist army poll, all right, much props to poll. I know a lot of pollax that listen to this broadcast. The research that everybody has conducted to expose not just the corruption and the criminality, but by God, the Satanism, the pedophilia, the true underworkings of what the motives are of these totalitarian freaks.
Fios is not cable. We're wired differently, which means you can get the fastest internet available with equal upload and download speeds from 50 to 500 megs. So you can upload 200 photos before your favorite song is finished. Click the ad and switch to Fios today to get our best offer ever.
Cheers to all of you, folks. I'm telling you right now, we did it. We literally memed a president in the White House, man. We memed a president in the White House. I mean, good God. Oh, my God, man. What a meme war, but this is just the beginning. Because, by God, you know they're going to come at Trump. You know they're going to come at us. You see these leftists. You saw on the Project Veritas videos, they play dirty. They're unscrupulous. They're disgusting. So go ahead. Let's celebrate throughout this week. But, by God, starting next week, we got to hit the ground running with our agenda. And as far as I'm concerned, our agenda right now is making America capitalist again. That's right. I'm talking about making America capitalist again. I'm tired of the main employer of this country being government bureaucracy. It is time to put an end to that. And by God, Donald Trump is going to put an end to this growing bureaucratic government system. We're going to put bureaucrats in the unemployment line. We're going to put bureaucrats in the private sector. We're going to make bureaucrats accountable again. And by God, that's why many of these dumb scumbags that are out here pissing and moaning, many of them are government workers. Yeah, that's right. Many of you are government workers, and you know what? You should be scared because a lot of you, with all due respect, are insignificant. Your salaries, your overinflated budgets, your pensions, your perks. All right, you are nothing more than a glorified paper pusher, and it's time to put you all out to pasture. I'm serious. I mean, that's why you got most of these government bureaucrats shaking in their boots, and they should be. And I've always said, y'all remember, you folks that have listened to me for a long time, I have always said that it would be a great day, a great goddamn day in American history when these bureaucrats are all in the unemployment line. And those of us that have been capitalists, those of us that have just did whatever it took, blood, sweat, tears to sustain ourselves in this Obama economy, we can now look at these dumb sons of bitches, thumb our noses at them, and tell them to shove it up their ass. Jesus Christ. Anyway, let me go ahead and get to some Twitter shout-outs, folks. And for you folks that are unaware, if you want a Twitter shout-out live right here on the broadcast, all you have to do is go to my Twitter account right now and retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account. And, of course, the tweet to retweet is True Capitalist Radio Live. True Capitalist Radio Live. If you want a Twitter shout-out live right here on the broadcast right now. And before we get on to anything else, I want to remind everybody that we have Meme War Soldier apparel for sale here for a limited time. It's only going to be on sale for 9 days, but I'm giving everybody the Inner Circle discount. That's right. I'm giving everybody the Inner Circle discount on Meme Wars apparel. And let me tell you, if you want a Meme War Soldier shirt, we have a variety of different colors. We got mugs, for Christ's sake. We got hoodies. We got long sleeve shirts, baby. Everybody gets the Inner Circle discount. Go to my Twitter account right now, Politics Ghost, and it is the pinned tweet on my Twitter account. Click the pinned tweet on my Twitter account to get automatically the Inner Circle discount for everybody. That Inner Circle discount sale, I call it election week sale, ends Saturday, so get them while you can, baby. Anyway, hey, engineer, do we got any Twitter shout-outs to be had out here? right, well, let's go ahead and get to some Twitter shout-outs right now. All right, who do we got here? We got Dirk Diggler in the house. How you doing? We got Jeff the Chef. Good to see you. How you doing, Dorito Burrito? We've got Z Frostwire in the house. How you doing? We've got Sergeant Yoda in the place. We got Big Top Capitalist in the house. We got Danny J in the house. Let's keep it going, man. I'm telling you, I am hype. I don't know about you folks, but I'm hype. We got Jiggly Ribs. We got Benton Bannon in the place. What's going on? We got America trumped Hillary. You're damn right. You're damn right. Dimitri Hainsworth in the house. Ghost is my favorite. Hey, thank you very much. We got Ghost Kruger. Ghost Kruger. Jesus Christ. Who else do we got? Trump rigged the elections. Look at this son of a bitch. Look at this. Look at him. I love these liberal tears, baby. Keep them coming. Keep the liberal tears pouring, for Christ's sake. As a matter of fact, I'm drinking some right now. Cheers to the capitalist army. Cheers to the Trump train. And cheers to the new president of the United States, who's going to make America great again. And I'm talking about Donald Trump. Cheers. Let's have some liberal tears. Oh, yeah, liberal tears never tasted so delicious. I love it, baby. I'm loving every minute of it. We've got Richie in the house. We got the Neon Knight. What's going on? The Grim Capitalist. We got somebody named Donald J. Trump. I doubt it's the real guy, of course. We got Ghost Ballot Stuff. Shut up. Ballot stuff. Just shove it up your ass, for Christ's sake. We got General Capitalist in the house. We got Russian Winner for Ghost. Hey, shut your mouth. You're not going to get me pissed off here, all right? I mean, I am in a great mood here, all right? I'm in a great mood. Donald Trump is our new president. Donald Trump is our new president. I'm sipping on liberal tears. I'm sipping on liberal tears. I'm loving every minute of it. Jesus Christ, let me have some more liberal tears, for Christ's sake. They're just delicious. They're delicious. We've got Capitalism 1, Liberal 0. Yeah, you're goddamn right. We got Supa in the house. Pennsylvania for Ghost. We've got Recount Votes 2060. Yeah, shove it up your ass, all right? Donald Trump is the president of the United States, and if you don't like it, then get out of the country. And that's another thing. Are these little dumbass celebs that talk a lot of garbage out here saying that they're going to leave the country if Donald Trump is president? I mean, are they going to leave? I mean, I think that is a legitimate troll. I mean, if these celebs that said they were going to leave the country, I think we should bombard these idiots, telling them to get out. Get the hell out. I'm serious. As a matter of fact, China is buying up Hollywood anyway. So, before you know it, these idiots are going to have to be eating on chopsticks and learning Mandarin pretty soon if they're not careful, these stupid damn celebs, for Christ's sake. But hey, Amy Schumer, Miley Cyrus, Whoopi Goldberg, Cher, Barbara Streisand, Jon Stewart, get the hell out. Get the hell out of my country, you treasonous scumbags. Get out. Anyway, we got Dr. Bristle in the house. What's going on to Justin Rutherford? We got Janet Ranout. Oh, you're talking about Janet Reno, huh? Let me tell you, I've been so enthralled with the Trump election. I've been so busy with all kinds of other stuff. I forgot to mention that Janet Reno is dead. And to be honest with you, I forgot to download it, which I should have, but I wanted to play that song, Lol, You Died, Lol, You Died, Lol, Lol, You Died, Lol, You Died, Lol, Lol, You Died. I mean, get the hell out of here, Janet Reno. You're a piece of trash. This is the woman that ordered the Waco slaughter of innocent children, all right? And for you folks that aren't aware of the Waco situation and only are getting hearsay about what happened, I strongly advise you to do your research on what happened on that fateful day. And let me tell you why Waco was such a big deal. It was the first time in U.S. history that the federal U.S. government went in and literally attacked American people. Went into their own private property to attack and kill American people. They just went right up in there, and it was under the pretense of supposed, the supposed child molestation charges, which were unfounded. As a matter of fact, through a congressional hearing in the mid-'90s, it was all found to be a bunch of crap. So, as far as I'm concerned, Janet Reno, that's what I got to say to you, you dumbass, disgusting, freaky Janet Reno and the Sheikh's bull dyke, all right? Lol, you died. I mean, this is a woman that literally killed women and children in Waco, folks. If you don't remember this, please, if you have yourself some time, learn about what really happened there. Anyway, we got Disco Waffle. We got Janet Reno be shaken. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Janet Reno and the Sheikhs. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to bring back my band, Michael J. Fox and the Sheikhs, but I don't know if that's going to. I don't know if we're going to pull through there. I don't know what's going on, man. Anyway, we got Cam the Man. We got Trump for America. What's going on? We got Lee Harvey. Nah, I'm not saying that. Disgusting. Shut up. Ghostiano Reeves. Oh, my God. We got Trump is victorious. What's going on? I'm only going to take a couple of more of these because I can tell you people are trying to piss me off, and I'm not letting you piss me off on this great day. I'll tell you that right damn now. Anyway, we are now in the second hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, and, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Once again, we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio Show. It is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Man, it's just a great day, man. I'm so happy. I'm serious. I am happy. I'm just, what a joyous day. I mean, we are victorious, man. I mean, the meme wars are victorious, baby. The meme wars are victorious, man. I'm so elated. I'm so joyous. I can't even describe it. I can't even put it into words. Anyway, we got Exara Hawks in the house. How you doing? We got Ash Wisteeth, whatever the hell that means. What's going on to the Smiler? We got Czech Capitalist in the house. Black Hat Conservative in the place. We got, I'm not sitting that for Christ's sake, Ghost's Wife Autograph. I mean, are you kidding me? Ghost's Wife Autograph? Man, let me tell you, y'all guys are, I mean, look, I'm not even going to acknowledge a Ghost's Wife's Autograph. Get out of here! We've got Liberal Tears LOL. We got the Green Leader in the house. Hillary, you're fired. We got Deplorable Choco. We got Trump rigged it. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. You're going to keep crying, huh? You're going to keep crying? You keep crying, you liberal piece of garbage. Your liberal tears are delicious. I love the taste of liberal tears in the morning. I love it. Anyway, we got the Brody Network in the house. We've got, I'm not going to say that disgusting name for Christ's sake. You people are getting sicker and sicker with these damn names. I'm telling you that damn right now. I mean, where do you come up with this garbage, man? Seriously. We've got the Burrito Boy in the house. Jesus Christ, man. We got Hillary's Little Seizures. Oh, my God. Once again, you want a Twitter shout-out, retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account. We've got Sir Mouth Breather in the house. Who else we got? We got MAGA Sausage. Who else do we got going on over here? I'm not saying these disgusting names, all right? Jesus Christ. Who else do we got? We got the college debt whore. Oh, Jesus Christ. Are you kidding me? There's the whore master. Oh, yes, I am the whore master. Jesus Christ. Who else do we got going on over here? We've got a land down under. What the hell does that mean, a land down under, for Christ's sake? Capitalist tears. Ain't no capitalist tears here, baby. You understand? It ain't nothing but liberal tears flowing freely. Liberal tears flowing freely, and I'm loving every minute of it, for Christ's sake. Somebody named Waste of Life Ghost, huh? Yeah, Waste of Life Ghost, huh? Why are you listening, huh? Why are you giving me your energy if you don't like me, boy? Huh? Why are you giving me your energy? Because you don't know any better? Because you're an imbecile? You can't cognitively understand what the hell you were doing because you have to be told what to do. That's why you're listening to me. You dumb, ungrateful idiot. Ghost is a waste of life. Shut up! We got CDI Fan 237. What's going on? We got Artron Havoc in the house. We got Ghostler Youth Boy Scouts. What the hell does that mean, for Christ's sake? We got BJ for Chuck E. Cheese coins. All right. Stop it. All right, you sick, twisted pricks. I'm serious. Stop it. It's gross. You're getting sick now. I'm only going to take a couple more of these Twitter shout-outs, and then I'm going to move on to the next part of this broadcast, because I can see right off the bat where you idiots are coming from, for Christ's sake. Y'all are being some sick, twisted pricks, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. We've got Silent Capitalist. Boat welcomes you to Canada. All the liberals out there. Did y'all hear that the Canadian immigration website crashed after the election because we have all these liberals? I want to go to Canada now. I want to go to Canada because I can't stand being in America where democracy works. I got to go to Canada. Yeah, like those moose humpers want a bunch of liberal long hairs that are just going to be detriments on society over there in Canada, bacon land over there. I mean, come on, for Christ's sake, man. Come on! We got Balls BWC. How you doing, man? We got Free Zorg in the house. We got Jail for Hillary. No kidding, man. Let's go ahead and make it happen. You know, they were trying to press the campaign manager of Donald Trump on whether or not Donald Trump is going to fulfill his promise during the campaign of anointing a special prosecutor to investigate the Hillary Clinton scenario, and they refused to answer it. And you see, it was CNN, of course, that asked this question. They were like, well, yeah, don't you want to reunify the country? I mean, don't you think that by anointing a special prosecutor to look into Hillary Clinton would divide the country even more? I mean, won't Donald Trump just say he's not going to do it to unify the country? Yeah, they're scared because they may get implicated as well, folks. I'm telling you right now, the media is shaking in their boots on what the hell is about to happen to them. They know it, I know it, and everybody else knows it, for Christ's sake. Give me my drink, for Christ's sake. I want to say cheers to the death of the mainstream media. And what have I always said, folks? What have I always said? You, me, we are the new media. We are the new media, for Christ's sake. Not these stupid, dumbass talking heads in the boob tube. We are the new media. I mean, folks, just think about this for a second, man, especially you folks on the internets. We memed a president into the United States, man. We memed him. I mean, did you all hear how much money Donald Trump spent per vote? Which is the lowest amount of money spent per vote in American history? $5 a vote. $5 a vote. It literally, all the money that Donald Trump utilized to be president, it cost him $5 a vote. I mean, good God, man, that's business. That's capitalism, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we need in the White House. And that's what we're going to get to, folks. I'm telling you, just wait. We are going to be a capitalist nation. I cannot wait. By God, I cannot wait. Anyway, I'm going to take a couple more of these, and I'm going to move on, folks, to another part of the broadcast. I'm going to open up the phone lines. I want to hear from you. I want to hear what you have to say. And by the way, if you are a social justice warrior or if a Black Lives Matter supporter or a liberal and you happen to have some tears on you, please give us a call right now. We want to hear from you, all right? 425-390-6146. I would definitely like to hear from you, especially you assholes that are in the Not My President hashtag. Instead of sitting there flapping your fat Dorito-stained fingers on the keyboard, why don't you give me a call, all right, right now? Why don't you give me a call and mouth off what the hell you got to say there, you liberal piece of trash? Anyway, we've got a Strictly Diesel in the house. What's going on? Double dip with Hillary. What the hell does that mean, for Christ's sake? We got the cyber police in the house. We got Justin Workman in the place. What's going on? We got, I'm not going to say that disgusting name. You people are getting disgusting now, for Christ's sake, man. Seriously, man. We've got Billy the Belt Boy. Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, you got Dildo Faggins. I mean, give me a break with these freaking names, for Christ's sake, man. The Tard Crew. I mean, look, that's enough. I've had enough of this crap. I've had enough of Twitter shout-outs. I mean, this is supposed to be a great day today, and I refuse to let you people ruin it for me, all right? Trump is the new president-elect of the United States of America. We get it. The meme wars are victorious. And let me tell you something right now. I want to take this time to commemorate all the meme war soldiers that have fallen in this battle out here in this digital theater of combat. I want to take this time to honor all those that have fallen. All those that have fallen in the meme wars. And let me tell you, there are many more battles for us to go through, folks. This is just the beginning. That's why I am saying go ahead and celebrate this week. Next week, we hit the ground running, because I'm telling you, these liberals are not going to give up. I mean, take a look at those Project Veritas videos, folks. They're unscrupulous. They're disgusting. They're pathetic. So I want to take this time, and I want to have a moment of silence for the meme war soldiers that have fallen in an attempt to get to the day that we are now celebrating today. So let's have a moment of silence for the meme war soldiers that have fallen, because this is serious business. We memed a president into the United States of America. We memed a president into the United States of America. Yes! Yes! I'm going to take a couple of moments. Let's have a moment of silence, folks, to the meme war soldiers that have fallen. All right. Amen to the Lord of Keck. Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and get to everybody's crux of the broadcast here. And I'm talking about opening up the phone lines. I want to hear from you. The Trump train is victorious. We are witnessing all across the country. As a matter of fact, I'm hearing in Austin, Texas right now, the liberal social justice warriors are out there blocking traffic out there outside of the University of Texas. We also have social justice warriors, having their little protests. They're burning the American flag. Oh, wah! How come democracy only works when it works for them? Huh? How is that? How come is that? Anyway, I'm going to take some calls here, folks, because I want to hear from you, especially if you're a Hillary Clinton supporter, if you're out here protesting, if you're pissing and moaning, if you're crying, if you're wondering why did I even try? I was for Uncle Bernie, and then Uncle Bernie sold me out, and then I was for Hillary Clinton, and she choked. All I have to say for you people that were out there rubbing it in our faces for the past 8 years, rubbing it in our faces for the past 8 years when Barack Obama was in power, when you were, out there saying, yeah, what, you don't like it, you racist, baby? Yeah, you don't like our first black president, baby? You racist, baby. I voted for Obama because of my kids, baby. My kids, man. I need money for my kids, baby. When you all were rubbing it in our faces, we sat there. We took it. I mean, all we could do at the time for 8 years was expose the hypocrisy, expose the lies, expose the corruption, and we waited for 8 goddamn years. 8 goddamn years. And now y'all are going to have to eat a little craw there, boy. You understand? Now you got to eat crow. How you like that? Eat it. Eat that goddamn crow, you liberal piece of trash. I don't care how many goddamn liberal tears you're gonna wash out of that stupid eyeball of yours. I want you to eat that crow, boy. Eat that crow. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. That's right. Eat that crow. That's right. Eat it, boy. Keep eating, fatty. Keep eating. That's right, you liberal fatty. Keep eating, fatty. Keep eating. Oh, my God, yes. And look, here are the social justice warriors. Look, there's one right here. Somebody, I got to retweet this. What's the name? 70_BadIllo. You effing redneck. Oh, give me more liberal tears, please. I'm begging you, liberals. Eat it, fatty. Eat it. Eat it. I'm loving the liberal tears, folks. I'm loving these liberal tears, baby. Woo! Oh, my God. I'll have a drink to that. I'll have a drink to that. Let me calm down, folks. I'm obviously I'm a little too joyous here, but I'm telling you, it's a new day in America, and these liberals, they can't stand it. They know that they're going to have to go out and work again. They know that they ain't going to have unlimited amounts of food cards anymore, folks, all right? That food card is about to be taken up from their asses. They're not going to get any goddamn free housing voucher programs anymore. They're not going to get any. They are shaking in their boots. So I'm telling you this right now, all right? We are making America great again, and each and every one of you that don't like us, each and every one of you that are out there pissing and moaning, you're going to have to eat it or get the hell out of the country. You're either going to have to eat it or get the hell out of the goddamn country. We sat for 8 years. We sat here for 8 goddamn years watching this mulatto president run the country down the damn tubes here. All right? Well, each and every one of you morons were out here saying, oh, well, you know what? He's such a presidential guy, even though he has literally federalized health care and literally federalized the monopoly of the health insurance companies on the American people. He's a nice guy. Even though he has caused ISIS and funded ISIS and created ISIS, he's a nice guy. Jesus Christ, man. I love it. I'm loving every goddamn minute of it, baby. Anyway, let me take some calls here. I want to hear from you. 425-390-6146. We literally have 105 people on hold right now. And I hope that some of you folks are liberals. I hope that you have some liberal tears for us because we want them and we want them now. We want the world and we want it. We want the world and we want it now. Capitalism or death, baby. Capitalism or death. Capitalism or death, baby.
Fios is not cable. we're wired differently, which means you can get the fastest internet available with equal upload and download speeds from 50 to 500 megs. So you can upload 200 photos before your favorite song is finished. Click the ad and switch to Fios today to get our best offer ever.
Keep bringing on those liberal tears, shall we? Anyway, let's take some calls here. Let's bring on some capitalist army members, especially some researchers that helped, and there were big factors in cultivating this win for Donald Trump. I'm telling you this right now. Let's go to Tom here. What's going on to Tom? How you doing, man?
Doing well, Ghost. How are you doing today? You enjoying the victory?
I think I'm a little too excited, obviously, but I can tell you this right now. I am elated at the fact that we literally David versus Goliath, good versus evil, and we have triumphed. I'm starting to believe, in my personal opinion, this particular election has gotten me closer to a higher power. It has gotten me closer to the Creator. And as a matter of fact, it has gotten me closer to the non-evil dark side. It has got me literally repulsed by it. Now that look, we always knew that it was coming up to the surface that these people were involved with some nefarious crap. We heard about the Bohemian Grove. We've heard about Skull and Bones. But when the Podesta emails came out and we started seeing these code words, pizza, hot dog, cheese, sauce, all these ridiculous, sick pedophile code words, and then spirit cooking, something inside me was like, there's just no way. I don't matter how much money, doesn't matter how much power, doesn't matter what these people could offer, I would never sell my soul to literally accept such repulsive, disgusting, illegal, pedophile, satanic activity, man. And in my personal opinion, I've gotten closer to the Creator after this election. Look, I've never been a very religious man, very spiritual man, but this election really pulled the spiritual element out of my soul, and it's pretty open right now, to say the least. Go ahead, Tom. I don't mean to be rambling here.
No, I agree with that. I want to give you credit for your work in this. You turned the capitalist army into a hell of a slingshot to take these people down, and hopefully people will realize what you've done. Give credit to you, and credit to all the inner circle who worked so hard, to Trumping, to Sergeant Yoda, to all the people who were involved with that. They did a great job with it. And the thing I kind of want to take out of it, because as you know, I've spent a lot of time reading WikiLeaks, and this week should totally be for celebration. I 100% agree with that. But I want people to understand that America as a nation just declared war on the globalists. This is like, the end of the first Star Wars movie where, okay, we took down the Death Star. Now they're going to notice us. So enjoy the victory. Be happy. But as you said rightly, WikiLeaks has shown these are evil, wicked people, and we literally are embarking on a fight that I believe is good versus evil, and we need to be ready for that, and we need to fight. We need to back up Trump. We need to hold these Republicans accountable who are going to try to kneecap him. We need to keep an eye on the Fed, who's going to try to tank the economy, I think, and all these forces that are out there that want to see us fail. And remember, we've already had one miracle, and just keep on fighting. And that's all we can do. But I think we've done a great job, and I just want to thank you, Ghost. And hopefully, we continue the victories, because this is a huge one.
No, I want to thank you, first and foremost, Tom. You were one of the main researchers of the WikiLeaks documents of the capitalist army. I forwarded everybody who was following me to follow you, and you were going in and trying to find the juice, you're trying to find the crux, you're trying to find the substance, and you very much did. As a matter of fact, you've gained a pretty good following as a result of that because of your own credible reporting of the facts of WikiLeaks. And I think what we need to do is just as you said, man, we celebrate this week. This week is a week for celebration, but next week, we have to hit the ground running, and we have to make sure that whatever they attempt to throw at us, because they're going to throw a global recession at us. The Federal Reserve may try to up the interest rate 1.5 points, which would throw a wrench in an already horrific economy. I don't like what these investors are doing in the stock market. It doesn't make any sense. When Donald Trump was looking as if he was going to be the president, the futures drop 800 points in the Dow. All of a sudden, the day's trading starts, and then it ends today, post-election, and it's up almost 250 points. I think that these people are trying to set Trump up. I think that we need to just – don't get me wrong. We worked hard. We did what we had to do to make sure that Trump was elected president. Starting this next Monday, we have to hit the ground running and making sure that we get these agendas that Donald Trump put forth. I'm talking about the wall. I'm talking about renegotiating trade deals. I'm talking about domestic production of energy. I'm talking about immigration reform, ethics reform, which I thought was brilliant, the 10 points of ethics reform that Donald Trump had, the tax code system reform. We need to make sure that all this agenda is fulfilled, and the way we do that, just like you alluded to, Tom, is by making sure that everybody in the political class knows that if they don't oblige the campaign promises of Donald Trump, that their seats are going to be the next ones gone. And let me tell you, the only reason that the Republicans held the Congress was because these people finally came around to the Trump train, and those that didn't, they were ousted. I think one of them was ousted from the Senate, and one of them was ousted from the House, if I'm not mistaken. I wasn't keeping up too much with the Congress. Are you familiar with that, Tom?
Yeah, I think the Republicans are going to lose 2 seats. Mark Kirk in Illinois, who really came out hard against Trump, and Kelly Ayotte up here in New Hampshire. She ended up losing New Hampshire, it looks like, by under 700 votes. And had she not detached herself from Trump, I really believe she would be Senator of New Hampshire today. But she made a choice, and now she's going to suffer for it.
Absolutely. And not to mention, I alluded to this yesterday, Tom, and I think that you, Trump, and a lot of people in the capitalist army, the inner circle, we got to come together and not only help Trump fulfill the obligation of his campaign promises, but we need to organize something where we can get local. Because I believe that they're going to come at us. These Democrats, they're going to be dirty. We watched the Project Veritas videos. These people are not above being violent. They're not above causing riots. They're not above hurting people. They're not above humiliating people. They're not above Satanism, spirit cooking. You name it. But what we have to do is fight just the same type of strategy that the leftists have done. Now, I was alluding to this yesterday when the vote tally was coming in Texas, and people were concerned, like, wait a minute, why the hell is Texas all of a sudden beginning, and this was the initial count on the Texas the Texas vote count for president, the first 10 minutes it showed as if Hillary Clinton was going to win Texas. And the reason is because these Democrats, and I'm talking these nonprofits, these, what do you call them, these 501, whatever the hell they're called, these stupid little PAC groups. They come to Texas.
501c3.
501c3, exactly. They come into Texas, and they get and back up candidates. They get money from people like George Soros, the Ford Foundation, and anyone else who wants to donate to this cause. And they put these people in power in Texas municipalities. And they've already been doing this here for about 8 years. And I've witnessed it firsthand. Not only have they infiltrated the municipalities, but now that they have had their operatives infiltrate the municipalities and turn Dallas, Houston, Austin, and San Antonio into a bunch of liberal hellholes, and you can look on the damn electoral map. It's all blue around these cities. Now that they've done that, they are trying to put their operatives into state government, and I think that we need to put a stop to that here in Texas, and we need to put a stop to that elsewhere. I know that I was looking at the New Hampshire count. New Hampshire looked like it's having its own struggle in that regard as well, on whether or not if it's going to be liberal in its political regard or if it's going to be more conservative, alt-right Republican in that regard. We were waiting for that count all night long. I believe New Hampshire ended up going for Trump. Am I correct?
It's not really certain because they were under 1,000 votes, and it's going to go to an automatic recount. The problem in New Hampshire, like most places, is liberal refugees. New Hampshire's right on the border of Massachusetts. A bunch of people leave the Boston area wanting to get away from the ridiculous taxes, of the Pocahontas regime down there, and then they come up here to New Hampshire and cause the same damn problems. Unfortunately, that's a lot for the people in the good parts of New Hampshire to offset. We do what we can.
Now, and the funny part about New Hampshire is it's got a very good motto, live free or die, and I couldn't, imagine why anyone would even consider Hillary Clinton with the state motto of live free or die. I mean, that is the complete opposite of what Hillary Clinton was putting forth. So, do you see any kind of 501c3 groups out there trying to infiltrate New Hampshire? Because it is number 2 on the primary circuit. So, it's very important. So it would make sense why, if these Democrats were going to put in operatives out there, for them to do so.
Well, they're certainly well organized here. Both parties are getting the importance of the New Hampshire primary. The problem you end up with New Hampshire is you have a lot of colleges here. Dartmouth, for instance, brings in a bunch of people who register in New Hampshire. New Hampshire has same-day registration. So it's one of those things where sometimes it's difficult to work through the items we would want to. But as a state, we do okay, actually. We elected a Republican governor who is going to institute open carry here, I believe. So that's really promising. So it's not all bad up here. It's always going to be a tight state. New England's hard. People expect government to do a lot more than they do down south and out west, and that's a problem. But there are certainly a lot of people up here who are ready for the fight. And up where I live in northern New Hampshire, I can tell you there wasn't a damn person voting for Hillary Clinton. And we did as much as we could. And just so glad that other places like Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, states people don't think of are actually waking up. I think that's one of the more optimistic things of this campaign to feel really good about, that, we're not stuck in a map where it's just the old Confederacy versus the rest of it. This is an American movement, and Trump has started something really special.
Especially the Michigan and North Carolina defeats for Hillary Clinton was really big. I knew that North Carolina and Michigan were going to be key states. Luckily, New Hampshire wasn't going to be a key state. I thought it may be that and Maine because it was going to be a little bit more tight. But since, the Electoral College went in heavily in the favor of Donald Trump, it was a pretty good ass-whooping, to say the least. Now, the popular vote, of course, is a little bit, skewed. But that's why we have the Electoral College, and just like every year, every presidential cycle, these people bitch about the Electoral College unless it's their candidate that wins. And I don't understand why everybody's up in arms. But then again, I understand. These liberals, these entitlement recipients, these people know that their days are numbered, and I don't blame them, man. I don't blame them. Anyway, Tom, you want to plug your Twitter account and give some shout-outs, man, and plug whatever else you want. I know you got a website.
Yeah, no, if you want, I write sometimes at nationalist.us. Ghost retweets enough, Tom Kaczynski. You can find me. And shout out to Ghost, of course. Shout out to the engineers. Shout out to Templeton, to Mrs. Ghost, to the Inner Circle. And, of course, the big shout-out to Snow White. And, we're behind you. And we'll be here fighting behind you in the capitalist army and the ongoing meme wars. So thank you.
Hey, thank you, Tom, of course, for everything that you have done throughout this campaign, from the live tweeting of the Podesta emails and the WikiLeaks documents to researching, connecting the dots. We've been doing a lot, man. A lot of long hours, a lot of research. So I want to thank you specifically. You've done a lot for us as well, folks, or Tom. So you, Snow White, I salute you both. Thank you very much for all you've done. And as well as everybody else, folks, there are so many people to thank here. We did it, man. I'm telling you, we did it. These liberals, they're pissed. Look at them. I'm getting so many tweets from liberals saying, you dumb redneck, you're stupid. You're an idiot. You don't know what you've done. Literally, I cannot believe that I'm getting that tweet. That's like the theme that I'm getting. You don't know what you've done. What I've done? What I've done is wanting to make America great again, you stupid, ungrateful, entitlement recipient, baby-making machine, liberal piece of trash. Good God. Anyway, I want to take some more calls here, 425-390-6146. We are sipping on liberal tears, and let me tell you something, they couldn't taste any more delicious. Woo! Oh, man. Anyway, folks, let's get some more calls here. Let's see who we have. We got over 105 people on the horn. How about 765, man? What do you have to say? Post-election day.
Hey, Ghost. You know, sometimes you get
How's
a
it
little
going?
too excited. It's nice to hear you getting excited because you're happy for once, you know?
Oh, man, I'm excited. Are you kidding me, man? I mean, let me tell you, I am so optimistic for America at this point in time, and I'm so ready to battle the liberals next week. I'm so ready to put forth the initiatives that Donald Trump put forth in his campaign speeches. I'm ready for this, man. I've never been so happy to be an American. I've never been so happy to be an American in my life, man. What do you have to say on this post-election day, sir?
Well, I'm sitting over here and I'm kind of wondering, what do you think these people are going to do now? You know, Obama and Hillary and George Soros, are they going to have to crawl back into their evil lair and come up with a new plan, or are they done for at this point? I'm not sure.
Well, they're not done for, I can tell you that. I mean, you know, maybe Hillary Clinton, she's a little long in the tooth. You know, she's probably going to, you know, pull into her Clinton Foundation if it doesn't get indicted by the FBI. But she's going to do that. She's going to go give speeches at about $500,000 a pop. George Soros, on the other hand, I don't know how much longer he has left, but he's got that stupid little twerp son of his, Alex Soros, which I don't know if you've seen him. He's got pictures, Alex Soros, that is, of him with every major player in the Democratic Party, every major celebrity. I mean, literally every celebrity that I have seen that has had a picture with Alex Soros, which is George Soros' son, they were campaigning and stumping for Hillary Rodham. I'm talking about LeBron James, Jay-Z, Beyonce. So I would not count out George Soros' seed if George Soros happens to kind of peter out after this election. You there, 765?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, and it's a real shame that all these celebrities talk about leaving the country because of Trump, and you know, now that it's happening and they just have to suck it up and deal with it. Looks like most of them probably aren't going to leave after all.
Yeah, of course not. They're not going to leave. Are you kidding me? I mean, they're all talk, man. They're all goddamn talk. I mean, but I'm telling you, everybody is in their moral and ethical right to troll these people, and I would strongly advise you to do so. I'm not talking about harassment, okay? I'm talking about, hey, it's time for you to go. It's time for you to leave. When are you leaving? You promised you'll leave. Get out. I mean, seriously, man. I mean, they set themselves up for this. It's time for them to, you know, either put up or shut up. I'm serious. Each and every one of you celebrities that said you were going to move out, get the hell out. Get out. Sick of people sitting here saying one thing, and I mean, get out. Get out. Get the hell out of my country. All of you. Get out. Amy Schumer, you disgusting fatty, get out. Lena Dunham, you disgusting, despicable bulldyke, get out. Cher, if I could turn back time, I wouldn't have a cross-stated cooch. Oh, yeah. Get out. Get out. Get out. I'm serious. Jon Stewart especially, that scumbag. Get the hell out of here, Jon Stewart. Trying to pass yourself off as a legitimate news source when you were nothing more than a comedian scumbag. Get out. And not to mention Snoop Dogg, too. Hey, Snoop. Stop puffing on the Magic Dragon and get your dumb ass out of here. All right, go infect some other country with your ghetto-fied degeneracy, you stupid piece of trash. Get out. I'm serious. I mean, George Lopez, you know, he also said that he was going to get out of here. Hey, Lopez, get out and put a burrito in your ass while you're at it, you ungrateful prick. Let me tell you something. I don't like George Lopez. Let me tell you why, all right? I liked him when he was a little bit of a comedian, you know. I mean, he's out here in Texas. He was out in Austin. He used to do gigs in Austin, Texas all the time, okay? And he was kind of funny, you know. He was a little bit of a Mexican, you know, whatever. You know, he'd had this bit. Hey, why you crying? Why you crying? I'm talking about why you crying? Why you crying, man? You know, he had a pretty good bit going on. Then this son of a bitch, you know, and look, I lost all respect for him after he did this, okay? He had his wife, okay? And his wife, obviously a woman that stayed by him during thick and thin. Obviously, she's not a dime. But, hey, man, I mean, if your woman was there with you through thick and thin, I mean, she palleted you going, probably philandered around a couple of times. I don't know. But obviously a long-term woman, okay? He hooks her, I mean, supposedly it's his wife. He ends up having to get his kidney removed, both his kidneys, and he needed a kidney donor. So who gave him his kidney? His wife. Now, of course, after his life was saved and his wife gave him a kidney, this guy was like, oh, I love my wife and I owe her everything. And then this guy, what happens? National Enquirer reports that this guy's philandering around with some hooker at some two-bit hotel somewhere, for Christ's sake, in broad daylight. All right? 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, after that, they're getting a divorce. I mean, what an ungrateful, liberal thing to do. That is such a liberal thing to do. You know that? Here this woman, this poor woman, George Lopez's ex over here, this poor lady, gives this ungrateful, disgusting, despicable son of a bitch her kidney so that this asshole can continue to live on. And what does this guy do? He's going out and philandering around with goddamn disease-infested hookers, for heaven's sake. Jesus Christ, man. Get out, George Lopez, you son of a bitch. Get out. Feel sorry for that. I feel sorry for that lady. I'll tell you that right now. I feel sorry for that lady. I really feel sorry for that lady. Anyway, look, I'm going off keister here. Let me take some more calls here. 425-390-6146 is the number to call here. I want to hear from you. It is a glorious day today. The meme wars have been victorious. We are victorious in the meme wars. And by God, listen, aside from the capitalist army and the inner circle, I want to thank Poll. I'm serious. You don't know how many people are listening to this broadcast on Poll. And all those poleaxes out there, let me tell you, if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have some of this dirt that has come into light in today's information war. I mean, we would not learn. We would have not found out about the child trafficking. We wouldn't have not found out about the Satanism. We wouldn't have not found out about the child pedophilia. We wouldn't have found out about this stuff. Same with the folks on Reddit, too. I'm telling you, look, I know Reddit takes a lot of flack, but they have also been integral in this information war, and this is what we have to keep doing, folks, all right? We are the new media. You, me, we are the new media. And if those of us that are the new media, if we stop doing what we have been doing, who's going to do it? Who's going to expose the truth? Who is going to connect the dots? Who's going to do it? The damn mainstream media ain't going to do it. We have to do it. We have to do it. So, and let me tell you, I know that 4chan was taken by, what was the guy's name that took it over? Gaya Yakahomo or something. Whoever that guy that took it over, Gaya Yakahomo. All right, I know that he is, banning my posts. Any post related to True Capitalist Radio, Ghost, or anything of that nature. I hear the mods are taking those down. But let me tell you something, Yaka Haka Homo, all right? You can't stop Poll. You can't stop the spirit of Poll, for Christ's sake, man. You could sit there and try with your Ginsu knife ass, but it ain't going to happen, all right? It ain't going to happen. You cannot put a cork on the outflow of information. And as I stated throughout the goddamn campaign, I've been saying this a lot of times. I mean, I even tweeted this a lot, that this revolution will be digitized, baby. And by God was it. By God was it, man. Anyway, folks, let's continue going on here. I want to hear from you. What do you have to say about this here? We got area code 952. What do you got to say on this election day, post-election day?
Yeah, man, like, I feel, like, kind of sad because I, like, don't think that Trump should have won.
All right, stop sounding like a half a tart and explain yourself.
Well, I just, like, you know, Bernie Sanders, like, he was a socialist, right? And, like, looking around, I feel like everyone...
You know what? Shut up, you stupid moron. Look, I refuse to let anybody talk on this broadcast that talks to me like every statement coming out of their suck hole is a question. I'm sick and tired of hearing that stuff, all right? I'm sick and tired of hearing that stuff. I don't know if Donald Trump should have won because I don't know. I'm stupid, fruity-ass bastard. I'm telling you this right now. That's a single mother child right there. That is a single mother child. That's the mother's vernacular coming out, and that stupid imbecile. Bernie Sanders, I mean, he was like socialist, right? Get the hell out of here and learn how to spoken, you dumb fruit bowl. Jesus Christ, you fruiting up my damn broadcast. Now the broadcast is smelling up like butt crack. Anyway, look, I'm gonna continue to take calls here, right? I mean, I don't know what the hell that was about. Hopefully we don't have any more calls like that again. How about area code 606? What do you have to say on this post-election day?
Hey, man, how's it going? I would say it was a miracle that he worked a miracle with winning, but, you know, when you really think about it, you know, the other side had a campaign that was built entirely on calling people racist, sexist, saying Karen Cujo's a bad character, and just fucking, like, browbeating and throwing mud and trying to make people just feel like utter pieces of shit for not being in complete alignment with the crazy shit that they think. So, you know, I mean, just because we can't do 360s consistently doesn't mean that we're shitty people. And, you know, and I think this really showed, you know, that this sort of fucking strategy doesn't work. You know, I mean, all I can say is that, you know, I mean, you'd think they'd learn a lesson from this, but I don't think that's coming, man. I'm not that optimistic.
Well, you know, I disagree with you a little bit there, sir, and that's a pretty good assessment of what you're saying. But I do believe that we are seeing the slow and debilitating death of political correctness. And I think that Donald Trump is the manifestation of that. It is the manifestation of the death of political correctness. It is over, man. I'm tired of political correctness. You know, I grew up in the 70s and the 80s. Like, well, I shouldn't say grew up. I was young, and I was exposed to certain things as a younger person. Let's put it that way. And I used to like comedy a lot. I was a big comedian. I loved stand-up. As a matter of fact, the best years of stand-up comedy were probably the years of like maybe 1978 to about 1989, 1990. And then, unfortunately, I hate to say this, but then came Def Comedy Jam. And for you folks that don't know what Def Comedy Jam is, it was produced by Russell Simmons. And it basically, in my personal opinion, now that, you know, we're not politically correct anymore, in my personal opinion, that combined with the Chronic album and the pushing of the degeneracy of black culture is really what caused the black strife that most black people are witnessing and are currently living today. Because it was the fact that Def Comedy Jam turned comedy racial. It turned comedy racial. And not to say that comedy wasn't racial before, but it was racial in a tongue-in-cheek, nonchalant factor, and everybody was able to kind of laugh off the racism. And it didn't matter what side of the racism it was. I mean, Richard Pryor would make fun of white people. You know, you had, different comedians making fun of different minority groups, different groups of people. Nobody took offense to anything back then, man. I mean, take a look at some of these comedy shows of like Eddie Murphy, Delirious. Eddie Murphy's Delirious, he has a joke about gays dying of AIDS. Now, try to do some joke like that today. You would be chastised. Are you kidding me? You could never do this joke, but Eddie Murphy did. And the joke goes like this, and this is an Eddie Murphy joke, folks, okay? He goes, I'm afraid now to go out with ladies nowadays because I'm afraid that they got AIDS. And he goes, it's not the fact that I think they got the AIDS by going out and screwing. It's the fact that a lot of these girls nowadays, and of course this is Eddie Murphy's joke, he says a lot of these girls nowadays like to hang out with gay men for some reason. I don't understand that. A lot of women like to have gay men, like to hang out as platonic friends. And what I'm afraid of is that, okay, I don't mind my girl going out with a platonic gay friend, but then, she kisses that gay friend on the lips and that gay friend's got AIDS. Now she's got that AIDS on her lips. I mean, it's raw. I'm sorry. He goes, now she got that AIDS on her lips, and then when she come and kiss me, when I come home, for Christ's sake, I don't know that I'm infected with the AIDS, and, a month later I'm at the doctor, and the doctor's looking at me saying, are you a homosexual? Wait, why are you asking? I mean, I'm a heterosexual. I'm married. I mean, what are you talking about? Well, you have the AIDS. What? Wait, what? But I'm not a homosexual. Sure, you're not a homosexual. And look, I mean, that's a horrible joke. I'm serious. That's a horrible joke. But hey, I remember those days, man. I remember when comedy, nobody took it serious. It was entertainment, for Christ's sake. And it wasn't until, in my opinion, Def Comedy Jam came around. And if you take a look at Def Comedy Jam, it legitimized degenerate language. I mean, because, look, I don't mind if somebody's going to curse every now and then, but it wasn't until Def Comedy Jam came around where every other word was an F in this, and you know what I'm saying, and it literally, like, kind of incepted the language into black folk, in my personal opinion. I mean, I think that the Def Comedy Jam mixed with the Chronic album was a combination, and all that crap came out at the same time. It was that contributed to the degenerate behavior and the degenerate current condition of the black folk, in my personal opinion. All right? I'm serious. I'm not joking around. And look, somebody's saying I shouldn't be laughing about the AIDS. Look, it's a joke. You see what I'm talking about here? Screw you, all right? You political correct jerk off, all right? Screw you. I'm not laughing about the AIDS, all right? Good God. I was laughing at the joke that Eddie Murphy told in his stand-up comedy show, Delirious. You could probably download it somewhere on this internet, for Christ's sake. I didn't tell the joke. He did. And ironically, Eddie Murphy was caught sometime later in a freaking car at about 3 a.m. somewhere in Hollywood with a trans testicle. So, I don't know. I mean, you see, you got to figure all that crap out on your own, man. You got to figure all that crap out on your own. Anyway, let's move on. I want to hear some more callers here, folks. I am excited. It is a great election day, post-election day edition. It is time to celebrate, baby. Celebrate throughout the week. The Trump train is victorious. We have won the meme wars. God damn it, I can't say it anymore. We've won the meme wars. Ah, yes. Oh, my God, man, I'm so happy. It just feels like a new America, doesn't it? It feels like a new damn America from where I'm standing. It just feels different. It just feels like a new America. It feels like a new America. Jesus Christ, man. And, hey, thanks to Capitalist Kush, he just tweeted at me this statement by the White House press secretary. White House doesn't take potential Clinton pardon off the table. Oh, here we go. They're ready to pardon old Hillary Clinton. There it is. Look at that. White House doesn't take potential Clinton pardon off the table. Politico. I just retweeted it. Thank you, Capitalist Kush. Look at this. Look at this crap. Look at this crap. Oh, my God. And somebody said that was Eddie Murphy Raw, not Delirious. I'm sorry. I thought it was Delirious. Eddie Murphy Raw was also pretty funny. I mean, Eddie Murphy was, I have to admit, man, before he fruited up, I mean, that guy was pretty funny. I mean, I was a big Eddie Murphy fan, man. I'm serious. I mean, the 80s belonged to Eddie Murphy. I don't know what the hell happened to him, all right? But, I mean, the 80s were Eddie Murphy, man. I'm telling you, his comedy, you know, I mean, the guy was just an unbelievable talent. You know that Eddie Murphy, not to get off subject, but I just want to tell this story because all these black folks claim that, man, there ain't no opportunity, baby. Everything is racist, baby. I mean, even though we have a black president in power, even though we have a black president in power, everything's still, it's racist, baby. You're not understanding my kids, baby. You know, Eddie Murphy, I mean, you couldn't get any more blacker than Eddie Murphy, right? You know what I'm saying? Now, you see, Eddie Murphy made it in a time in the late 70s when racism was still prevalent. Racism was still in the back of the minds of America, and yet Eddie Murphy at 17 years old, folks, 17 years old, worked his way into nightclubs, to doing stand-up, to doing improv. And at 17 years old, folks, he was a part of the Saturday Night Live cast. Yeah. Now, you mean to tell me in racist America in the 70s that a black man couldn't make it on his own with his own ambition and his own drive? You mean to tell me that a black man during one of the racist times in American history could actually make something of himself? Of course. And that's what black folks need to start understanding. I mean, there have been prevalent black people that have stood the test of time, that have stood the test of adversity, that didn't fall victim to the liberal mantra. Because really, that's what black folks have fallen victim to. They have fallen victim to the liberal mantra that, man, poor me. Man, poor me. I ain't getting nothing. I deserve something. I deserve something. I need something. Instead of saying, look, I want something. I have to get something. How do I achieve something? And I'm serious, folks. I mean, look that up. Eddie Murphy was on the SNL cast in the late 70s when he was 17 years old. I mean, how do we live in a racist country? Let me tell you, during the time of the 70s, y'all remember Archie? What was it, All in the Family, I think it was called? Those were the days. Oh, my God, Archie. You remember that? It's Archie Bunker. You remember that guy? That was one of the most racist sitcoms in American history, and yet it seemed to me one of the most racially cohesive. I mean, outside the pre-70s, I mean, 69 going into the pre-70s, you had all this Black Panther nonsense, and you had those idiots, standing up during the pledge, or during the national anthem in the Olympics with the freaking black fist up and all that crap. But how is it in racist America, Eddie Murphy, a 17-year-old black kid, can go in and just make himself? I mean, folks, the 80s were Eddie Murphy, man. I mean, Beverly Hills Cop, I mean, Trading Places. I could go on and on, man. The guy made hit after hit. America was in love with this man, all right? And look at the man. I mean, you couldn't get any more stereotypical black folk, man. So that's why I'm saying, all right? So for all you black folks that are blaming Whitey, that are blaming the man, that are blaming this, blaming that, I think that you need to look at yourselves in the mirror, because if you want my personal opinion, and I've said this time and time again, you are your worst enemy. And if you want some proof of that, Malcolm X, one of the few moral leaders that have actually attempted to take it upon themselves to lift the black community as a whole. And who killed Malcolm X? And Malcolm X was very militant, very staunch, fearless. Who killed Malcolm X? His own black brethren. His own black brethren. So anyway, folks, I want to get off that subject matter. I don't mean to be racial, but I know I have a lot of Black Lives Matter listening in. I know I have a lot of liberals listening in. And whether they want to take this realist conversation and they want to interpret it, cognitively understand it, have it whizzle around in their head and make them realize that, hey, no kidding, the liberals are the ones that are fanning the fumes and fanning the flames of all this poor me mentality. Poor me mentality, for Christ's sake, man. Jesus Christ, folks. I'm serious. I mean, look, I'm glad we won the election, but we have not won the battle of ignorance. I mean, there are a lot of ignorant idiots out here, all right? A lot of ignorant idiots out here that still believe that, oh, I'm going to protest Donald Trump, baby. I'm going to black out Twitter. I mean, what is putting a black, just pure black on your profile picture, what is that going to prove? What are you doing? I mean, do you think that you're going to convince the country that voted Trump into office? You think that you're going to convince them otherwise because you have a freaking black profile picture? I mean, you're stupid, man. This goes to show you the level of ignorance that is encompassed in the America sociality today. Anyway, folks, we are now in the third and final hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. If you have not already done so, all right, please follow me on Twitter. The Twitter name to follow is Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscores, folks. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. And let me tell you, we have already reached over 9,000 followers. We've reached over 9,000 followers. Even though, like I said, 5 years ago when I got banned from Twitter, I had over 12,000 followers. But hey, who's looking? Who's looking? Anyway, folks, here we are. Look, I mean, thanks, Karaskin. He's forwarded me here this protest in New York City. Look, we got protests all over the place. Oh, are you sad? I'm telling you, I'm loving these liberal tears, man. Rub it in their faces, folks. Seriously. Rub it in their goddamn faces. They deserve it. They did that to us for 8 years, and let me tell you something. I'm going to rub it in every goddamn stupid liberal, long-haired, bedwetting hippie's face that I see. I'm not joking around. All right? I'm not joking. I'm going to rub it in your face. All right? And let me tell you something. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter, I'm going to protest, and oh, my God, I can't believe Trump is not my president. It doesn't matter what you do. You just got to sit there, take it, and eat it, boy. You understand that? Take it and eat it! Eat it! Eat it! You're just going to have to take it and eat it. And that's why I'm saying I am loving the liberal tears, all right? I am loving these liberal tears. Keep feeding them to us, folks, all right? Keep crying. Come on, keep crying. Oh, my God, folks. And I'm telling you, rub it in their faces. They did it to us for 8 goddamn years. I mean, I had to put up with that goddamn Occupy Wall Street crap. Don't remember that? Y'all remember that Occupy Wall Street nonsense? I mean, good God. I mean, what a disgusting, ignorant black mark on American history. I mean, when they look back on American movements, for heaven's sake, I mean, an embarrassment, an utter embarrassment in American history will be the Occupy movement. Literally the movement of dumbasses. I mean, seriously. The movement of dumbasses. And I remember that, folks. All you got to do is put Occupy Wall Street in a YouTube search and take a look at all the ignorance. I mean, there's just too much of it out there. I mean, you could sit there for literally like a whole year and look at the amount of ignorance that was literally videotaped out there at these Occupy Wall Street protests. A bunch of imbeciles that didn't know their asses from their elbows and talk to you as if they were asking you a question. I hate people that talk to me as if every freaking statement that's coming out their mouth, for Christ's sake, is as if they're asking me it. As if they're asking me a question. Every sentence is as if they're asking me a question. Yeah, I don't think Trump should have won because I think that he's, I don't know, racist. And I don't know, isn't Bernie Sanders a socialist? And I'm tired of it. I'm sincerely tired of this disgusting way of communication that young people seem to be thinking as regular vernacular. Let me tell you, for you folks that are listening in, okay? For you folks that are listening in and you listen to yourself, maybe you hear yourself recorded, and maybe you fall victim to this category of sounding as if every statement that comes out of your suckhole is as if you're asking a question. You listen to this broadcast, folks. Why aren't you taking some tips and taking some notes on how to talk like a goddamn real man from this man right here? I'm serious, man. I mean, why aren't you taking some goddamn notes, for Christ's sake?
Fios is not cable. We're wired differently, which means you can get the fastest internet available with equal upload and download speeds from 50 to 500 megs. So you can upload 200 photos before your favorite song is finished. Click the ad and switch to Fios today to get our best offer ever.
Jesus Christ. And look, riots are breaking out in New York City against Trump presidency. You know what? Who cares? Hey, NYPD, start busting heads out there, man. I'm sick of these people. I mean, you know, they don't know whether they're coming or going, man. They were out there protesting out there, George Bush. I remember that, man. Y'all remember the 2004 Republican convention? I mean, you know what? Go screw yourself. You know what? These people that are out there rioting, I hope that, you know, some of them get seriously hurt. I hope, you know, seriously, hey, NYPD, bust some heads out there. I'm not joking around. Bust some goddamn heads. Bust some goddamn heads out there. Give them a reason to cry. Give them a reason to goddamn cry, for Christ's sake. I'm telling you, folks, they can go out and they can piss and moan. I wouldn't be surprised if these aren't activated cells from George Soros-funded operations. All right, so let's not think that these are all natural, organic riots, protests whatsoever. It could be a lot of these folks are paid to be there, they're bussed in to be there, so on and so forth. Regardless, man, go bust some heads. I mean, seriously, go bust some freaking heads, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ, man. And hey, look at this. Live from freaking Berkeley, California. Look at what's happening in Berkeley, California. Hey, thanks a lot, Dirk Pitt, for hooking us up with these images here. Look at this. Here it is. Look at these liberal pieces of ungrateful trash. Look at them. Look at this. Look at these ungrateful pieces of trash. Oh, good God, man. I'm telling you, man, this is what we're going to have to be dealing with, folks. That's why rub it in their faces. You know, they want to call for unity. You know, I'm talking about these bureaucrats. I don't know if you saw the concession speech that Hillary Rotten Clinton waited till today to say. I mean, she literally was breaking down crying like your typical broad. You know, no disrespect, of course, to women that actually know how to handle their business. And, of course, everybody was crying. You know, there's a whole bunch of liberal tears all over the concession speech. And then she was trying to say, we need to bring America together. We need to bring America together. Yeah, we'll bring America together under the under the context for which Donald Trump has laid out. All right, we're going to make America great again. And let me tell you, if you idiots want to sit here, piss and moan, and get the hell out of the way. You understand that? It's time for us to make America great again. It's time for Made in America to mean something again. It's time for America to give opportunities and not handouts. So all you ungrateful little millennial pieces of trash, all you people that are out there protesting, oh, I can't believe Donald Trump is president. All you people that are out there doing that, all right, get the hell out of the country. Do you hear me? Get the hell out of the country. Go to Venezuela. I think they'd need you out there, huh? You'd probably be used as, for cannibal meat or something out there, for Christ's sake, if you're an insignificant piece of trash. Why don't you go to North Korea? How about that? Why don't you go to Red China and see how well you fare out there? I'm serious. Get out of my country, all right? We've taken your crap for 8 years, and now the other side wants to call for unity? Hey, screw you. I got your freaking unity right here, all right? And I'm flipping my middle finger at your asses. That's my unity for all you goddamn leftist pieces of ungrateful liberal trash, all right? You understand that? I spit on you liberals. Do you understand that? I spit on you liberals. I don't want to be unified with any of you pieces of trash. You people have destroyed this country. And now what?
We want unity now. We just want everything to be inclusive. We want everything to be okay. And
screw yourselves, all right, liberals? I spit on each and every one of you. And I've said this throughout the show, and I will continue to say it. I will never befriend some leftist piece of ungrateful liberal trash. Never. So that's why I'm saying, folks, I have no qualms in spitting in the faces of these crying liberal pieces of garbage, these social justice warrior idiots, these political correct ass clowns, these political class hacks. I spit in all their faces, all right? This is a revolution. This is a revolution, and you people need to get down or lay down. Do you understand that? You get down or lay down. This is a capitalist revolution, folks. That's why I came back, and that's why I will continue to do this broadcast. I will continue to spark synapses in the brains of people throughout the world to become unadulterated capitalists. Because it is the capitalist idea that enables the individual to carve out their own destiny, to carve out their own life. I'm serious, folks. I spit on you liberals, all right? You want to sit over here, you want to shake hands in unity, huh? I spit on your hand. I wouldn't even shake your hand with a goddamn rubber glove on it, you disease-infected pieces of garbage. I'm serious. Screw you liberal leftist pieces of trash. Go piss off, all right? Get out of our faces. We have taken your crap for 8 years. 8 goddamn years we've taken this crap. Now you're going to have to eat crow, boy. You're just going to have to sit there, take it, and eat it, and shut up. And let me tell you, if you're going to go out there, you're going to riot, you're going to do all this crap, I'm telling you this right now, I cannot wait for the police to start busting your heads and then throwing your asses in jail. And let me tell you, I think that when Donald Trump comes into office, there should be a lot of people thrown in jail. One of which is D. Ray McKesson. D. Ray McKesson will be thrown in jail. And, you know, the bad part about it, I think that's what he wants. I mean, the guy is an LGBT and an AIDS advocate, all right, before he is a Black Lives Matter leader. I bet you he would enjoy the extracurricular activities of long-term prison sentences, all right? So, I mean, but regardless, I think that son of a bitch should be thrown in prison. Nita, which is his right-hand fat girl, should be thrown in prison. The majority of anyone claiming to be Black Lives Matter leadership or anything of that nature should be automatically arrested for terrorism. And as a matter of fact, I think that the RICO statute could be implemented on Black Lives Matter and could potentially lead to George Soros himself and members of his open society, so on and so forth. All right, now, before I get to Radio Graffiti, I do want to remind each and every one of you celebs that were out here selling your soul to this satanic pedophile apparatus that is behind Hillary Rodham Clinton. I'm going to tell you something. We are not going to forget who you are, all right? And if you think that you're going to continue to make money shitting out the type of two-bit garbage that you have done in the past years of Hollywood magic, it is no more. And moreover, a lot of you Hollywood jerk dicks are now in total control and owned by the Chinese government. And for you folks that don't believe me, take a look. Take a look at what's going on right now in Hollywood. They are buying up Hollywood right now. The Chinese. So anyway, let me go ahead and get to everybody's favorite part of the broadcast, and I'm talking about radio graffiti, all right? And for you folks that are unaware of what radio graffiti is, folks, it's that part of the broadcast where the spectators become a part of the spectacle. All you've got to do is give me a call right now at 425-390-6146. And when I call on your area code, you've got exactly 3 to 4 seconds to say whatever it is that's on your mind. That's why we call this radio graffiti, folks, all right? Before I get into radio graffiti, I'd like to remind everybody, folks, these meme wars, I'm telling you, I salute every soldier, even if all you did was make a couple of dank memes. I'm telling you, you contributed to the success and the victory of Donald Trump and his presidential aspirations. Now, once again, I want to remind everybody that we do have Meme Wars Soldier apparel, and let me tell you, this is the only time I've ever done this. All right, I'm giving everybody the Inner Circle discount right now. All you got to do is click the link that's on my pinned tweet on my Twitter account right now. Politics Ghost, all one word, no underscores, is the Twitter account. Politics Ghost, and it is the pinned tweet on my Twitter account right now. All right, I'm giving everybody the Inner Circle discount. All right, and that is good till Saturday, folks, okay? So from now until Saturday, this damn Saturday, you can get the Inner Circle discount on any of the Meme Wars Soldier apparel. Once again, go to my Twitter account, Politics Ghost, all one word, no underscores, Politics Ghost, and it is the pinned tweet on my Twitter account. Click that link, and you automatically get the Inner Circle discount. Everybody gets it, baby. Everybody. This is a relic of the Meme Wars. It's the relic of us being victorious. We literally memed a president in the White House. We literally memed a president in a goddamn White House. We literally have memed a president in the White House, and I can't believe it, folks. So if you were a Meme War soldier, proudly represent, folks. Once again, Politics Ghost, all one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the Twitter name, and click the pinned tweet on my Twitter account to automatically get the Inner Circle discount. Everybody gets it, baby. Everybody. I'm loving it, folks. I'm sorry. Donald Trump's the president. It's a new day in America. Obama is over. Ding dong, the witch is dead. Hillary Clinton is it's over for her. No more Bush Clinton crime family. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's a new day in America. And it's time to celebrate, too, folks. I'm serious. I feel like doing a little dance. Woo! Doing a little dance. Make a little love. Huh? Get down tonight. Celebrate holiday. Oh, wait a minute. That's a Madonna song. Didn't she say she was going to give oral copulation to anybody who voted for Hillary Clinton? I wonder if she's going to still honor that, for Christ's sake. I mean, I'm not that, I'm just saying. And not to mention, didn't I hear that Lady Gaga was like in front of the Trump Tower protesting? Man, can somebody slap Lady Gaga into reality, for Christ's sake? Especially one of you people in the LGBT community, can you literally like slap her and say, hey, we're tired of you trying to exploit different groups of people? I mean, literally, folks, for all you folks in the LGBTQ, Lady Gaga exploited the living bejesus out of you with those stupid, ridiculous songs. And my poker face, my poker face. Both of those songs, she's talking about her being a lesbo. And what did she do? She goes and marries a hard leg. Come on. Come on. I mean, there's a slap in the face. That is a slap in the face to the LGBTQ community, and this broad has the audacity to sit over here and protest, for Christ's sake? Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, engineer, do we have any not Twitter shout-outs, do we have any radio graffiti callers, engineer? Well, all right. Well, let's go ahead and get to some Twitter shout. Let's get to some radio graffiti calls. Good God, I'm tongue-twisted today. But my God, I haven't had much sleep. I have to be honest with you. I've been up all night, for Christ's sake. I've been partying. I've been excited. The Trump train is victorious, for Christ's sake. We mean the president in the White House. We mean the president in the goddamn White House. And as I stated, folks, rub it in the faces of these goddamn liberals. Don't be afraid to do it. Do not be afraid to do it. They've been doing it to us for the past 8 goddamn years. It's time for them to eat some crow now. So make sure to twist that knife in their stupid, heartless hearts. All right? Make sure to twist that knife. Make sure it sticks in their goddamn craw. Make sure that they have to sit there and eat it. They gotta sit there and eat it! Eat it! Eat it! That's right. That's right. Keep eating, fatty! Keep eating! Stupid liberal trash. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into some of these radio graffiti calls right now. All right, we got anonymous radio graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, how you getting on?
How you doing?
I'm doing good, buddy. Hey, listen, no trolling today. I'm just really fucking pumped up here in Canada. Goddamn Trump has won. I'm ecstatic. And for all those fucking libtards who are talking about leaving the country, I will take their fucking spot because I want to make America great again and work on the goddamn wall. They got to go back.
Hey, that's awesome, man. Thank you very much. As a matter of fact, I wonder if Canada would do something of that nature. Let's have a citizen exchange program. Let's trade citizens. You give us folks that want to make America great again, that want to be capitalists, that want to prosper, that want to carve out their own destiny, and we'll give you a bunch of useless social justice warrior, leftist, liberal trash. How about that? How about a little bit of that? All right. How about anonymous radio graffiti?
A victory we have. To prison Hillary will go.
Well, there's Yoda. He's saying, yeah, Hillary Clinton deserves to go to prison. You're goddamn right. Hillary for prison. Let's make it happen. Let's make it goddamn happen. Anonymous radio graffiti.
Clinton, you go to prison.
Yeah, you're damn right. I'm telling you, I'm hyped, man. Let me tell you something. Hillary for prison is right. Hillary for goddamn prison is right. We got Raiden Snake radio graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going, man? Let me tell you, I am happy. I am ecstatic. I am elated. How are you doing over there across the pond, sir?
I'll tell you one thing, great. I'll tell you one thing, both our countries whooped backside in less than 6 months. You know, we're just wiping the floor off everyone.
I'm telling you, man, you got Brexit, you got the Trump election. I mean, I am ecstatic, man. I'm telling you, we are kicking the globalists' ass. I'm serious. We are kicking the globalists' ass. What do you feel? I know that the High Court kind of struck down a little bit of the enthusiasm of Brexit, but I know Nigel Farage is not going to go quietly in that good night. He is staging a protest. What do you see as it pertains to Britannia, as it pertains to America, as it pertains to the world in general? What do you see?
I personally think everyone's going to follow suit because we've proven our point in the last less than 6 months. You know what I mean? Like, we won Brexit. You lot won the election. You know what I mean? And when I looked at the numbers, it fell exactly the same as how Brexit went. Exactly the same.
As a matter of fact, I believe that Nigel Farage compared a certain region of the Brexit vote to Florida. Do you know what region he was talking about there?
Actually, I don't. I didn't get a chance to look that up. But it might have been
Yeah, he talked about how Florida and how close the count was in Florida reminded him of one of the last provinces out there that was counting the vote that ended up putting Brexit ahead and basically vote and leave.
Yeah, definitely. I'll tell you one thing as well.
Anyway, hey, Raiden Snake, man. No, hey, I hear you, man. I'm excited. I'm ecstatic. I'm elated. I'm glad you are too, man. Look, Britannia and the United States, you know, we set this world off about 250, 300 years ago. Let's set it off again, man. Anyway, do you have any Twitter shout-outs or anything that you want to say, man?
Obviously, shout out to your good self. Obviously, shout out to Karaskin as always. Shout out to obviously the Inner Circle and everyone else. And there's one more request I'd like to make. If you get a chance, you please, because I think this would be a good idea. Play the DuckTales theme. Please do
that. The DuckTales theme. I wish I had it on the switchboard here, but I may just do that. All right. DuckTales. Woo! Oh, man. And let me tell you, okay, I like the DuckTales for all you cartoon fetish idiots that are like, Ghost, what the hell? You like cartoons? Look, I'm not watching them every day, okay? All right? When my children were growing up, I appreciated watching those after school when they'd come home. It was good. And not to mention, DuckTales and then Chip and Dale. What the hell was Chip and Dale about, man? You know what I mean? Chip, you know, he looked like he was dressed to go on an adventure, man. He was like the freaking chipmunk Indiana Jones. What the hell was Dale doing? This freaking Chip, I mean, he had a freaking Hawaiian shirt on, for Christ's sake, man. A Hawaiian shirt. I mean, while, Chip was out here doing all the work with Monterey Jack and that other rodent chick, you got Dale over here thinking that he was on a 24-hour vacation, for Christ's sake. Anyway, thanks to Mark Montag here. He actually tweeted the tweet by Nigel Farage where he compares Florida to Sunderland, the Sunderland moment. Thank you very much, Mark Montag. Let's continue on with Radio Graffiti, shall we? And if you want to be on Radio Graffiti, just give me a call right now. 425-390-6146 is the number to call. Let's go ahead and let's get to some more callers, shall we? Anonymous Radio Graffiti. Twilly Atkins Radio Graffiti. Your pony piss is delicious. All right. Look, we're not dealing with any of that stupid brony pony, borderline Pampers for ponies, mass pony kind of crap today. All right. We ain't doing that today. Go shove that up your goddamn clopping ass crack. All right, Anonymous Radio Graffiti. This is Sparta Radio Graffiti. I am going to bring the elections for Donald Trump.
The next day,
Donald Trump may have handily won the necessary 270 electoral votes to win the presidency, but Hillary Clinton could still win the popular vote.
Yeah, all right, real funny. All right, real funny, you stupid moron. How about 702 Radio Graffiti?
Ghost, how's it going? I'm a first-time listener here.
Hey, thank you very much.
Me?
What's going on with you? Yeah, I can hear you. What do you think about the election, man?
Listen, I was optimistic the whole time. I was listening to your show for the first time last night. I was on a bus ride home. I was optimistic the whole time. The guy that called in talking about his teacher using a dildo or something weird like that and named it, that turned me off. But that was pretty cool, everything that happened, all the things you talk about. I liked everything that you said today about the market and educating the people on the stocks and everything like that. Keep up the good work, and definitely big shout out to all of the British people who are backing us this whole ride.
Fios is not cable. We're wired differently, which means you can get the fastest internet available with equal upload and download speeds from 50 to 500 megs. So you can upload 200 photos before your favorite song is finished. Click the ad and switch to Fios today to get our best offer ever. Fios is not cable. We're wired differently, which means you can get the fastest internet available with equal upload and download speeds from 50 to 500 megs. So you can upload 200 photos before your favorite song is finished. Click the ad and switch to Fios today to get our best offer ever.
Hey, man, thank you very much, and I appreciate it. I know here recently we've had a lot of first-time listeners, and I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me, man. However you have found yours truly and this broadcast, that's what we do. First hour, it's pure markets. Second hour, we talk a little bit of politics. We take some calls. Into the third hour, we go 15 minutes into the third hour, and then we try to do some radio graffiti and try to do some interaction with the people. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to do interaction with the people. The people. We got 817 Radio Graffiti.
Hell yeah, man. Trump won. I got a song for all the SJWs that don't like it. Man.
Oh, man, he's throwing on some Birdman. I run this bitch, and I'm going to keep running. I'm going to keep running till I'm running out of money. I'm a ball. Yeah, I know that song, baby. I'm a Birdman fan. I'll tell you that right now. How about 203 Radio Graffiti?
Hey, what's going on, Ghostler?
How you doing?
Pretty damn good. I'm excited. I'm elated. Oh, man, I just can't, describe the way I'm feeling right now. It's just, it is a glorious day. I'm telling you, it is a glorious day to be an American, man.
It is glorious. It is a new day. It is a new day in America, folks. I mean, I'm excited as well, man. I'm telling you this right now. No more of this liberal trash. No more political correctness. Political correctness is gone. All right? I mean, a good song for these political correct social justice warriors is Tuesday's Gone by Leonard Skinner. How about that? Tuesday's gone with the wind. Tuesday's gone with the wind. My baby's gone with the wind. I'm loving the liberal tears. I'm loving the taste of liberal tears. They're so delicious. I like it. All right, who else? We got 973 Radio Graffiti.
Hi, I just have to say I'm very happy for the election. I'm a big fan of Donald Trump, and I wanted to see him win ever since he said he was going to run.
All right, man. Hey, thank you very much for being on the Trump train, man. I'm excited as well. It's a great day in America, a great goddamn day. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. That's right, baby. It's the Trump train, baby. It's the Trump train. Can you feel it? Can you feel the excitement, man? I haven't had 1 wink of sleep, baby, but I'm naturally energized because I know this is a new day in America and that the capitalist revolution has just barely begun. And I can't wait. I can't wait till America starts creating and cultivating new capitalists, giving people opportunity if they want to become new capitalists, giving them incentives to become new capitalists. I can't wait, folks. I just can't wait. Jesus Christ. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. Templeton Sanders Radio Graffiti. And I want to have a moment of silence for the Vietnam soldiers that have fallen. I'm going to take a couple of moments. Let's have a moment of silence, folks. To the Vietnam soldiers that have fallen. All right, look, let's not go there, all right? Let's not go there. Let's not go there, ass crack. How about 903 Radio Graffiti?
Hey, Ghost, it's Comfy Man from Inner Circle. How you doing today after this election?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm feeling great. How about yourself?
I gotta tell you, I'm damn near drowning in all these liberal tears. I'm loving every second of it. I've been enjoying it. I voted yesterday, and it's been great. I love it.
I mean, isn't it so great that these liberals, when they were literally rubbing in our faces for the past 8 years, now we can rub it in their faces, and all they're doing is just giving us more and more delicious liberal tears, man?
I don't know if I can drink anymore. I've drank so many. I'm full. I mean, so many. It's great. I love it.
I'm loving it too, man. Thank you very much for calling in, and props to you being an Inner Circle member. Once again, for you folks that are unaware, the Meme Wars apparel, that is the pinned tweet on my Twitter account, and of course the Twitter account is Politics Ghost. The pinned tweet, if you click that link, you will get an Inner Circle discount. All right, an exclusive Inner Circle discount without being in the Inner Circle for Meme Wars apparel, baby. And it's only till Saturday, all right? It's a little short window, so act now. It is a relic of the Meme Wars, folks. I'm telling you that right now. It's a relic of the Meme Wars. 814 Radio Graffiti. Jesus Christ, with your Obama phone. I can't wait till these Obama phones are finally gone. All right? Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
A collaboration with Tyson Rocket and Godzilla.
Close in, now move out, hands up, now hands down, go first, tell me what you gonna do now. Alright, go first, you, keep on trolling, baby, it is Miller's time to throw the spikes up. Trolling, right? Yeah! Yeah!
That's pretty interesting there. That's pretty good. That's pretty damn good. Hey, folks, I hate to, retweet more bad news, but in Chicago, and I talked about it earlier this broadcast, that what brought me back in late March was the riot in Chicago at the Trump rally. Well, folks, here we got a bunch of didn't-do-nothings. Look at all them didn't-do-nothings out there. Wouldn't be surprised if they are triggered by the George Soros Open Society paid. You know what? Let these idiots riot. All I suggest is that if you're a Trump supporter, you protect your property, you protect your family, you protect yourself. And as I stated, if there are any of these goddamn rioters that are going to infringe upon your property, all right? If any of these rioters are going to infringe upon your property, for Christ's sake, you are within your moral, legal, and ethical right to dispense justice with extreme prejudice, for Christ's sake. All right? And let me tell you something right now. If you can legally do that, all right, if they're coming on your property and you can legally do that, please take it upon yourself to do so, to thin the herd of these didn't-do-nothings. I'm sick and tired of them. I'm serious. I'm sick and tired of them, man. These didn't-do-nothings. I'm tired of it. And here's some more scenes out here. They are obviously in front of the Trump building, folks. All right, look at the tolerance from the liberals right here. This is liberal tolerance for you right here, folks. I'm retweeting everything that's happening right now. That's why I'm saying, rub it in these losers' faces, all right? All right, I hope that you all are pissed. All you people that are out there that are protesting, you know what? Suck it. How you like that? All right? Everybody who's out there protesting Donald Trump, suck it. All right? All you can do, all you have to do is just sit there and shut your mouth and eat it. Do you understand that, boy? Each and every one of you freaking stupid loser idiots that are protesting Donald Trump being president, you just sit there and shut your mouth and eat it. Eat it! Eat it! Eat it! I'm telling you this right now, all right? And let me tell you, Chicago PD, if you're listening in, start busting heads, all right? Start busting heads. Let me tell you, they busted your head during that last Trump rally, Chicago riot. You go out there and bust some heads. And you know, the ironic part about it is that these people are protesting a Democratic election. I mean, they're protesting a Democratic election, for heaven's sake, all right? I mean, how did you think we felt when dumbass mulatto Barack Obama was voted twice into the presidency, and all he has done is kamikaze our goddamn country into oblivion. How do you think we felt? So that's why I'm saying, you idiots out there that are pissing and moaning about Donald Trump being president, you just sit there and shut your goddamn stupid pie hole. All right? You shut your goddamn stupid pie hole. Each and every one of you Trump protesters that are causing havoc all across America are nothing but a bunch of goddamn liberal, glory hole serving, phallic fluffing, belch breathing, used urinal cake curator having, pedophile priest probing, socialist schlong head sucking, anal secretion loving, piggish power bottom fruit bowl looking, dog farting fetish having, Jared Fogle flapjack titted, fruity ass pedophile-looking, transsexual turd burglar, sphincter fingering, chicken-eating corn boy trash. That's what each and every one of you goddamn stupid protesters that are out there protesting Donald Trump. Well, that's what you are. You're pieces of garbage. Jesus Christ. Hey, NYPD, Chicago PD, start busting these liberals' heads. Give them a reason to cry. Give them a reason to protest. Start busting their heads. Start cracking heads. Start cracking some stupid liberal eggs and bust some heads. Jesus Christ, these stupid, dumb liberal losers. Just sit there and take it and eat it there, losers. All right? Just sit there, take it and eat it. I'm telling you, liberalism is a disease, folks. It is an utter mental disease. Liberal lunacy. That's what we're witnessing right before our very eyes. Liberal lunacy. They were out there prancing around like a bunch of goddamn leprechauning asshole fruit bowls when Obama was elected twice, but now that the damn roles are reversed, they don't like it, do they, boy? That's right. And look at here. Look at here. We've got Amy Schumer and we've got Miley Cyrus saying, oops, I'm just kidding. I'm not moving. It was a joke. I'm not moving. Are you kidding me? I mean, literally, people should heckle these stupid pieces of trash at their concerts. I mean, literally, get the hell out of here. Get out, especially that disgusting, despicable fatty Amy Schumer. Look, folks. I'm not saying that anybody should be shamed in regular everyday life for their looks, but if you're on the boob tube and you're trying to sell yourself visually, like you're trying to make yourself, like, let's say you're an actor or you're trying to sell yourself as a model or something, we as the consuming public, we shouldn't have to accept this type of fatty, disgusting, ugly, disgusting crap, unfunny. I mean, I'm tired of Amy Schumer, man. I'm serious. I'm not joking around. I am tired of Amy Schumer, man. She is a fat, disgusting, pathetic representation of what women should be. I mean, to be honest with you, and I have to agree with this fruit bowl Milo Yiannopoulos, I mean, I don't think that these fat, disgusting bull dykes are truly happy. You know? I mean, cause, let's be honest here for a second, all right? Let's be honest here for a second, all right? Okay, yeah, fat chicks, they get approached by, people like probably 30 minutes before last call, and because they are the last on the list of anybody attempting to pork it, they feel that because they at least have that last call man, that they're actually raking something in. So somebody like Amy Schumer, and she even laughs about this, she even jokes about this in her comedy and her movies, that she's the last call fatty, that she's the last call fat broad that black guys go up to 30 minutes before last call because they've already been rejected by everybody else. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm tired of this, man. I am tired of the disgusting fatty. All right, and that goes for guys too. All right, I mean, if you're a disgusting fatty, you need to step your game up, step your chain up, man. If you're selling yourself visually, I mean, you need to prop yourself up. That's why I don't even like YouTube stars, to be honest with you, man. Because YouTube stars, I mean, at least 85% of them look like grotesque human abominations. All right, I'm serious. They look like grotesque human abominations. And to be honest with you, if you have a grotesque human abomination face, but you have some decent information to convey, take your face off the goddamn video. Seriously, man. I'm tired of it, man. I'm sorry. That's why I don't understand, like, the popularity of, like, fat asses like Boogie and weird, like, you know, fake mannequin-looking sons of bitches like Keemstar and over-feminized fruit bowls like Leafy, for Christ's sake, and idiots that look like they're swallowing their own face like Casey Neistat. I don't understand, how people continue to give these people hits. I can barely look at these individuals. I can barely palate looking at them. You know what I mean? If you're going to sell me entertainment, fine. Sell me some visual entertainment. All right? But at least have some dignity, you know, to yourself. At least have some goddamn dignity. That's all I'm saying. All right? You're on the TV, right? You're shooting video, right? Put some makeup on your face, even if you are a disgusting man. Try to make yourself look presentable, for heaven's sake, man. Like that idiot H2 production. That's H2H production, man. What? This guy comes out in a fucking, excuse my French, he comes out with a 5 o'clock shadow, blackheads all over his face, and a goddamn beanie on his head. Ugh, Jesus, I'm sorry, man. Look, I don't like YouTube, obviously, all right? I don't like YouTube or YouTubers, all right? Sorry. Anyway, let me move on. Let's take some more callers here for Radio Graffiti, for Christ's sake. God damn it. 352 Radio Graffiti.
Hearing from President Obama and Hillary Clinton, they're searching for these mythical moderate rebels. It's like a purple unicorn. They never exist.
Hi, my name is Twilight Sparkle. Hi, my name is Twilight Sparkle. Hi, my name is Twilight Sparkle. Hi.
All right, we get it, bronies. 516 Radio Graffiti.
Did I have my
great,
hand
another
up?
Helen. Yeah, you had your hand up, you dumbass. Jesus Christ. How about 646 Radio Graffiti?
Life is like a hurricane in
Florida. Bird. Hey, why didn't you continue it, you stupid loser? What the hell? Why'd you cut it off? Why the hell did you cut it off? Jesus Christ, I wanted to hear the DuckTales song, for Christ's sake, since you threw it up, for heaven's sake. Wanted to hear DuckTales. Matter of fact, each and every one of these goddamn didn't do nothings. These didn't do nothings. They should be prank called at 6 in the morning when everybody else is waking up for work. And that's what they should hear. They should hear the damn DuckTales song. They should be hearing this right here.
Life is like a hurricane in Duckburg.
That's right. Wake up. Your entitlements are coming to an end very quickly there. It's time to get a goddamn job, you fruit bowls. Woo! No more collecting food stamps, you fruit bowls. Woo! All right. Shut it off, engineer. Shut it off. Anyway, folks, I'm sorry. I'm a little giddy today, obviously, folks. Donald Trump is going to be our next president. Donald Trump is going to be our next president, for Christ's sake, man. Anyway, let's move on. Let's continue going. How about Anonymous Radio Graffiti?
Hey, man, can't believe we did it.
I can't believe we did it either. Is this Aussie Capitalist?
Nah, man, it's Distilling.
Oh, it's Distilling. My bad. I'm sorry. My bad. It's Distilling Capitalist. What do you I know that you tweeted me a couple of things that the Australian media is conveying to the Australian public, a bunch of pro-liberal nonsense. Can you describe what you're seeing out there in the media in Australia?
Oh, man, you don't want to know. It's so against Trump right now, but you know what? I couldn't care less. We're in.
I mean, I can't believe it either, Distilling, man. I can't believe it. Thank you very much for listening and being a devout member of the Capitalist Army and the Inner Circle, sir. I salute you. I know you've been memeing. I know a lot of other people have been memeing. I'm telling you, I am so happy right now. I'm beside myself, all right? And not to mention, folks, I am going to continue to do the show. I mean, that's the best part about it. The show will continue. And by the way, folks, I want to remind everybody, if you did buy a Ghost autograph, the one that was numbered, okay, everybody should at least almost be getting, if not have already gotten their Ghost autograph with their number on it. Next week, I am going to be randomly drawing these numbers out of a hat or out of some kind of a bowl, and whatever number I am choosing, I am going to mail them prizes. All right, that's what we're going to do, baby. All right, starting next week, I'm going to start mailing people, anybody who purchased the Ghost autograph. I'm going to start mailing them prizes, maybe gift cards, maybe some. I don't know. And you see, the beautiful part about it is, I already know the addresses of everybody of every number, so, all I got to do is pick the number out. You know what number you have. I'll say the number, and then just mail out the son of a bitch. I'm going to mail it out, make sure that it's got a tracking number and so on and so forth to make sure that somebody received it. So that's what we're going to do next week, baby. So be prepared, all right? Be prepared. I hope that you did buy an autograph, a true capitalist or capitalism or death Ghost autograph that's handmade, handcrafted by yours truly, because next week we are going to be giving away things here. I'm telling you this right now. I'm not joking. I'm excited. I'm so goddamn excited. And look, we've got people on Twitter asking me, hey, can you put some up for sale? I never got to get. Oh, come on, man. Come on. Come on. Anyway, who else we got here? We got Anonymous, Radio Graffiti.
Guys, we got to interrupt you for a second. CNN and several other sources have finally confirmed that the next president of the United States is indeed Donald J. Trump. Donald Trump will carry the 45th presidency of the United States.
Get him off out of here. I would never react that way, for Christ's sake, man. I was heel-kicking last night when Donald Trump was finally announced the President of the United States. I was heel-kicking at 2 in the morning, baby. Seriously, man. I was heel-kicking and singing zippity-doo-dah. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. My, oh, my, what a wonderful day. Anyway, how about 630 Radio Graffiti?
I dedicate this song to Trump's reign and Donald Trump himself. Hit it.
Hey, let me tell you, man, if you're part of the Trump train and you want to be an aspiring capitalist right now that Donald Trump is the president, it is the best time ever to be a capitalist in America. It is the best time to be a capitalist in America, boy. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. Twilly Atkins Radio Graffiti. Jesus Christ, man. I'm telling you, people are going to miss me when I'm gone, folks. I'm not joking. You're going to miss me, you sons of bitches. You're going to miss me. You're going to goddamn miss me. I can get a goddamn hand, you sons of bitches. Hey, look, why are you bringing up old crap? Why are you bringing up old crap? Jesus Christ. 562 Radio Graffiti.
Oh, man. It is amazing that Donald Trump just won. I just can't believe it. It feels like a dream. And I'm in California.
It does feel like a dream, but, man, it is reality. We are victorious. We have won the meme wars. Hail Ghostler. Hail Ghostler Youth. Hail Ghostler. Hail Ghostler Youth. We are victorious in the meme wars, folks. We are victorious. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. Hail Donald Trump. Hail Donald that just said, hail Ghostler, hail Donald Trump is right. By God, it's time to make America great again. Do you understand that? It is time to make America great again. By God.
Fios is not cable. We're wired differently, which means you can get the fastest internet available with equal upload and download speeds from 50 to 500 megs. So you can upload 200 photos before your favorite song is finished. Click the ad and switch to Fios today to get our best offer ever. Fios is not cable. We're wired differently, which means you can get the fastest internet available with equal upload and download speeds from 50 to 500 megs. So you can upload 200 photos before your favorite song is finished. Click the ad and switch to Fios today to get our best offer ever.
Who else do we have here, for Christ's sake? We've got about 7 minutes left. How about Anonymous Radio Graffiti? Yeah, Jesus Christ, another Helen Keller deaf mute, for heaven's sake. How about 610 Radio Graffiti?
We did it, Ghost. We made America great again. We made the First Lady attractive again. The Clintons and the Bushes are going down.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, let me tell you, what a beautiful woman, Melania and Ivanka, but Melania Trump. I'm telling you, what a beautiful woman. You know what I mean? Props to Trump. Props to Trump. Anyway, let's go 267 Radio Graffiti. Great, we got another Helen Keller deaf mute, for Christ's sake. How about 512 Radio Graffiti? Kaepernick Radio Graffiti.
Fraud knickers, y'all knickers. That's that shit I don't like. Yo shit, make believe, rapping about my own life. That's red knickers, Rick Flair knickers. The power's in my head knickers. Knickers, cave vomit, ungrateful knickers.
I didn't say that. You freaking splicing piece of trash. Get the hell out of here with that crap. I never said that. How about Trump and Capitalist Radio Graffiti?
First and foremost, I want to extend my greatest thank yous to everybody who has helped me spread the news about the Clintons on my blog. And second of all, I cannot believe we've done it. Thank you so much and it was an honor. Thank you so much for everything. And it's been an honor playing alongside you guys. And we're going to go all the way because we're not done yet.
You're damn right, Trumpin. And, hey, thank you for being a part of the Capitalist Army. Thank you for being a part of the Inner Circle. And thank you for doing everything that you've done. I mean, I know that this show has inspired you to become a blogger, and I wish that other people would be inspired to do the same thing, because we are the new media, Trumpin. We are the new media. And, your blog and everybody's contribution shows it and proves it. All right, 832 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, if you call my number, I'm going to burn your prizes like I burn your autographs.
Okay, well, I don't know what the hell that's supposed to mean. It sounds like you got one of those relaxed tongues, and I know you wanted to sputter out a sentence fragment but couldn't do it. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Life is like a nigger here in Old Nigs. I hate fucking niggers. Niggers suck dick. They're all poor like Obama. Fuck Michelle Obama. Niggers, I hate them. They are stupid and they can't do taxes. Niggers are so dumb and they are also poor. Niggers. Look at niggers, they're trying to raise money.
Yeah, get this goddamn racist crap. God damn it! You sons of bitches! Goddamn sons of bitches! You know how to pervert everything, don't you? You goddamn troll terrorists and cyber vermin! You know how to pervert everything! God damn you, man! I mean, you're perverting the DuckTales theme song, you sick son of a bitch. You're making it into some kind of a racist piece of crap. You understand? You're trying to make it a racist piece of crap. Oh, my God. Jeez. You know what? I'm done with radio. Give me that freaking mic, for Christ's sake, man. You know what? I'm done with Radio Graffiti, for Christ's sake. I refuse, okay? And once again, I refuse to allow you people to harsh my mellow today. I refuse to allow you troll terrorists and cyber vermin to harsh my mellow today. This is a great day, a great goddamn day in American history because Donald Trump is the president-elect, and we are going to make America great again. By God, look at how far we've come, folks. Look at how far we've come since March. Look at what we've accomplished. Look at what we've done. We've went against every adversity. Everything, and we have become victorious. Now, look, I know we're going to have a lot of riots. I know we're going to have a lot of protests across the country. These are activated by Black Lives Matter, and lest we forget, folks, that George Soros funded Black Lives Matter several hundreds of millions of dollars so that they could coordinate this effort. Believe me, this is not an organic protest happening all over the country. This is George Soros activating these goddamn riot groups that have been organized by these Black Lives Matter idiots. And that's why DeRay McKesson should be arrested. And folks, if you want to tweet at DeRay, go ahead, all right? And tell him he's got the AIDS, in my opinion. DeRay McKesson's Twitter is DERAY. DeRay. All right? And if you have some violence afflicted your city, that's the person you want to go and basically throw all your frustration at right now, DeRay McKesson. All right? Anyway, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. True Capitalist Radio will continue on, folks. What a great day, and not to mention is a great day in American history today. Once again, folks, follow me on Twitter. The Twitter name to follow is Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. And, of course, folks, if you haven't done so, please bookmark the official website of the True Capitalist Radio Show. It is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Every one of my episodes is there to download absolutely free. And let me tell you something, folks. We are going to continue this Trump train. We're going to continue going, folks. I am happy that I'm going to continue my broadcast, and I hope you are too, folks. Thanks to the Capitalist Army, thanks to everybody on the Trump train, and thanks to Donald Trump. This is only the beginning, folks. We're going to continue to take this, and we're going to continue to make America capitalist again. Long live the Capitalist Army, and death to feminism, death to socialism, death to communism, and death to totalitarianism.